where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Let's go.
We are in the building. You know how we get down, man. It's Rally Radio. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, we back like we never left.
And it is crazy out here. I know I seen the thumbnail.
Damn.
And I know you saw the movie. But we're not going to kill the movie for him.
Nah. We're not going to finish it for y'all like that.
We want y'all to think a little bit. That was ridiculous.
Have an open mind.
Yeah, all right. Open mind to have you stretch. Stretch. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We are rocking today.
Let's go.
We are rocking today. Definitely happy to be in the building, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. And for those that are not, don't forget, let your people know there's two guys out here talking some real automotive news, and things are going on right in front of your eyes.
Let's go.
We got to make sure you're paying attention, man.
Got
to make sure you're paying attention because they will definitely use it to their advantage.
I mean, why wouldn't they? They've been using it for how long now? I want to say maybe a lines of, 600-700 years. I don't know. I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
I don't know, but they definitely doing it. I'm gonna tell you that.
It's been a minute, y'all.
It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute, but we are in the building. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. It has definitely been a crazy week.
Yo, so how about the weather?
Oh,
so it wasn't like rainy and like foggy. I mean, I guess in my neck of the woods it was wild.
It was rainy, foggy, warm, and cold.
It was crazy.
It's been crazy. I shout out to my guy Black. It was good.
Let's do it.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think the craziest part, right, is that, you know, I don't know, man. It's like everything, the way everything is laying out for themselves is getting crazy. Shout out to my guy Sales. What's going on, kids? Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention early. Shout out to my guy Reno Blackman. He's in the building. You already know what it is, man. And I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
After watching that movie, I don't know if anybody thought it. I know what we're talking about. The movie is called Leave the World Behind.
Yeah, Leaving in the Dust.
If y'all have not seen it, go watch it. Because it's a culmination to everything that Rally Radio has been talking about since we've been on.
Factory, 100%.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, y'all got to come through. Shout to Renault Black. He said, yo, we got to meet up next week, bro. Me and Phil, we come through. He said, we going to put that other comment out. He said, we bring the spirits.
Damn.
Let's go. Sounds good to me, man.
Factory.
Sounds good to me. Whenever we get a chance to have Dr. Phil up here, man, it's always a good thing.
It really is.
But I'm going to tell you, if you seen that movie, y'all seen the thumbnail. Miller Time, what's good? Miller Time NYC. This is going to be interesting, to say the least. But shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Yeah, that movie really had me tripping.
I mean, it did, though, but, we still got to understand, like, what they trying to do at the same time, though. They trying to knock you off your tilt. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
They trying to do that to you.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, for those that have not seen it,
Keep
Leave the World Behind.
Keep it a bean with them.
Check it out. Check it out. Shout out to my guy, Aaron Roy's in the building. He said, blessings, produced by the Obamas. And that's a whole nother curve. And we're going to talk about it a little bit. If you've seen it, chime in. For those that have not seen it, it's going to be a little spoiler, but don't get mad at us. Don't get mad at us, but it's going to be a little spoiler because that movie was a culmination of everything that we be talking about here at Rally Radio.
Factory, 100%. 100%.
And we're gonna fast forward to the part where y'all see the thumbnail up there. I know you see the thumbnail of what we used as far as like, the for the show. And the question is, what does the future hold for autos? And what trends are we leaving in 2023? That's always a big question. What trends are we leaving in 2023? That movie, shout to Renault. He said that movie was real and it got straight to the point. That's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Absolutely. But
it has so many hidden messages in there. Everybody was trying to figure out why the deer was in the movie. Why did they use deer?
Very good one. Why did they use deer? What is it with deer and like being able to sense things? Like why didn't use like ton of dogs or a bunch of cats? It's something about deer. I'm telling you, those are one of the animals. If you ask me, that's really in tune with nature, son. And what's going on? People think they just be running and galloping, acting stupid. No, they paying attention. They may get caught by, a lion every now and again, if you have them.
You know what?
But I think they're highly in tune, son. I ain't confront.
I think so too.
They like sleepers. You got that Audi S4 over there. You think it's regular?
But
nah,
I just couldn't understand why they. You know what I mean? So shout to obviously we when I googled it, I was like, well, why'd they use deer? It said the deer represent the way that the world is rapidly changing in ways humans can't predict or control.
Pretty good.
That's what the deers were supposed to represent in the movie.
Interesting.
And I mean, it was a lot of them.
There was a bunch.
Them deer showed up deep. And shout to Marlon, resident Toyota guy, says, and the deer community has dramatically increased in Jersey. Whoa, I don't even want to hear that. That sounds crazy. So explained by the explained to us by the film maker himself. He said they're representing the ominous warning from nature to us that something's off and we're not listening. Wow. Who want to hear that?
I told you they in tune.
Sorry for the loud sound effect, y'all. I apologize.
They in tune.
They in tune, kid. I mean, it was a lot of like meanings to a lot of different things. When they said, listen, we're gonna leave and go back to the city. Y'all can stay here. They jump in the wheels and they start driving.
Yeah, but before that though, they was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
They told him, nah, don't do that.
Nah, chill. Hang out. They refused.
They said nah, because they didn't trust him.
They ain't trust him for a number of reasons.
Well, they ain't trust him. They ain't trust him mainly because they was like, yo, you know why. I ain't got
they like, yo, son, who these two melanated people at the door right now, son?
Knocking on the door.
Late night.
Chill.
With a Bentley outside. Like,
talk about it's my house.
They like, what?
We just want to stay here with you. That was crazy.
They like, yo, we go in the basement. She like this, yo, in the basement, fam? Come on.
She's like, this is our house. Why we got to go to the basement? That was crazy.
Yo, it was wacky. 100%.
Shout to Renault Blackman. He said, honestly, we're supposed to be into a nature, but technology messed it up. And you know what's funny? And this, I know we going off the into a tandem a little bit. Yeah. I really don't want to like kill a movie for people, but like I said, they driving and they showing up on the highway, and when they get to the highway where they trying to get back to the city, all they see is a whole bunch of crashed up Teslas.
Damn.
And the thing is, when we got there, when they got there, you notice the Teslas didn't have no plates.
Son, they still had the window stick on the side of them, son.
So I'm like, yo, who was driving this joint?
Yeah.
Who was driving these joints? And now the more we looking, she starts walking through and she's like, oh, they're unmanned.
Son, and then after that, she turned back like, yo,
get back in the car.
Husband tried to jump out the V. She see a couple more coming down the road. It was crazy.
It was crazy. Come to find out, shout to my guy Darth Spalding's in the building. Come to find out, those Teslas was hacked.
Yeah.
And with the self-driving was able to drive to the highway and crash up.
Man.
And when you looked, it was nothing but Teslas that crashed up the whole thing. So they couldn't even get into the city. Crazy.
Couldn't leave. Wherever he's at, you could not leave.
Could not leave. If you have not seen that movie, like I said, that movie is a culmination of everything we've been talking about here.
Absolutely.
Everything you've been talking about here. You know? I'm telling you. It is just definitely crazy, man. So I would say at the end of the day, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. If you haven't seen that movie, go see it. Because now that's brought us to, what do we think the future holds for autos?
Damn.
Even though the autos was a small part of it, because that movie had a lot going on.
Yeah, it truly did, though.
with the systems being messed up and the boat crashing up. I ain't even gonna get into all of that.
son.
We ain't gonna get into all of that.
It's crazy. Airplanes falling down, drones
Straight up out the sky, kid. It's crazy.
Tanker landing on the beach. People not understanding what's going on. Like, let's run around.
We'll
splash in the water.
Yeah, nah.
Sleep.
The little girl was on point. She was like this, yo. That boat is coming right at it. Don't worry about it. We good. Don't worry about
far
it.
Away. What?
Yo, she was like an hour later. Yo, that boat is getting closer. It's crazy, son. But that's why I say, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. The bearded one here.
S.I Shawn. Let's go.
And you know how we get down, man. We're going to jump right into the show.
You know what? Before we do, you know what bothers me the most? Like something that really stood out to me? Like us, like just from watching, like we truly don't pay attention. That's not what we do. We're so locked in with other things that what we are supposed to do, we don't even know how to do it anymore like that.
But I'm gonna tell you,
it got to be in your face all the way. Then you wake up like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Shout to Giovanni Goins Bay, Shabazz Bay. She tuned in. Appreciate you. She said, I just seen one of the Teslas from the movie. Yeah, go the other way. I'm gonna tell you. Listen, the thing is, right, when it comes to them cars. Y'all could believe whatever y'all want to believe.
Factory.
I've seen enough. And the thing is, and you know what else it pointed out too?
What's that?
In that movie, how much people don't pay attention to the news.
Yeah.
When they was arguing with Kevin Bacon, and he was like, yo, I'm not giving y'all nothing. They was like, yo, but we human. He was like, nah, kid. He said, y'all haven't been paying attention to the news?
Man.
It got to go deeper than page one. I'm gonna tell you, the more I go deeper into what I'm seeing and reading, there's no way I want one of them things near me at all.
I'm telling you, you know what's crazy? Like even like if I'm driving down the road, right? Let's say one is in front of me or one's like behind me or whatever. I get completely out the way.
Yeah,
like all the way out the way.
Go ahead, let him have it. Let him have it. Go on about your business.
Factory.
Shout to Giovanni. Appreciate you for tuning in. And I'm gonna say at the end of the day, man. It is the way it is out there as far as those things are concerned. We're not out here trying to preach propaganda, but we already know those things have problems. Sometimes we come across some of these articles and things that I really don't even bother because there's so many. But there's one that just came out recently about how Tesla knows that they have certain defects with these cars and they just push them out anyway.
Come on.
I don't know if I could imagine that certain car companies do the same thing. However,
I think it's different levels to the defect.
Right. Because they're talking about steering and suspension issues. That's a problem. We're not talking about oh, your lights may go out or we're talking about steering and suspension issues with the car.
A faulty wheel speed sensor, it ain't that.
And then cats will sit there and tell me, yo, Tesla's a luxury brand. I'll be like, where, yo? Why is that a luxury brand?
Who deemed this luxury?
You get in the car, it got all kind of plastic pieces in it.
Yo,
it got vegan leather in it.
Yo, that bubbles up like a keloid on the back of your earlobe. Like what?
And it smells like wild trash in there because it's made out of carrots and veggies. Shout out to my guy Marlon. He said, I wonder if the Obamas have inside information and they're trying to hand it to us. You know what? All right. Marlon, all right. You did it.
Yeah, Marlon.
Marlon, you did it. He taking us to the Twilight Zone.
He is, son.
And I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all ready for this? Here's my thoughts on that, and then we're gonna move on. My thoughts is that what they realized when they was in the White House, that people wasn't paying attention to what was going on. And they realized, right, that a lot of times you got to get people through TV and movies because that's what they paying most of their attention to. Look at the little girl wanting to watch Friends.
Yo, doing the whole flick.
She's dying to watch Friends, because she's tuned into what's on it. She's using that as like, that's like her outlet to real life. Like she's like, wow, it looks like such a cool time.
Yeah, for real.
They realized that a lot of people are only going to pay attention to what's on the screen. So what did they do? They turned around and came out with a movie or executive produced the movie. Yeah. And look what it was about. Coming from an ex-president? Yo, I love it.
Oh man, I think it's interesting, son.
I love it. Shout out to the Obama. Wake up.
Yo.
Wake up. Wake up. They were screaming it. Tesla. Shout to Mr. 2J86. He said Tesla owners cope the hardest when they call it luxury. That's a fact. Man. What did you walk past to?
I can imagine.
I'm walking past the Porsche 911.
Damn.
No. I'm walking past the Rolls Royce Wraith. No. Come on. I'm not even walking past nothing that, like at this point, hilarious, a Hyundai Genesis.
That's crazy.
Before a Tesla.
You know what I think? It's like what was they cross shopping? What was they possibly cross shopping?
I have no idea, yo.
I could only imagine.
I could only imagine. And that's why we here. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Wherever you tuned in from, wherever you watching from, drop your name so we can shout you out. We appreciate you early. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We're going to rock on with a lot of the show. Got a lot. Shout out to my guy Zoom for Zoom. What's good? Yo, Zoom for Zoom. We out here talking about Leave the World Behind. That movie was crazy. And if you get a chance, check it out.
Factory.
I can't front. And like I said, it's a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for everybody. We don't want to kill it for everybody, but I'm going to tell you right now, that movie was crazy. And it has so many different meanings in there.
You know, parts, like you said, I don't want to spoil nobody, but they had me tripping out for a second, Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon, which I still think those are the same people, but that's a whole nother conversation for another time.
That's hilarious. I'm about to laugh.
Right? But I don't appreciate when Kevin Bacon was on the lawn, was like, yo, I'm a useless man. I almost turned it off after that.
Kevin Bacon didn't do that. That was Ethan Hawke. He said,
see what I'm saying? They're the same people, but yeah, carry on.
He said, I'm a useless man. Yeah. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said that's with Julia Roberts and Emma Lee. Yes.
I was like, hold on.
He said, my man, you bucket. Say what you want. The Genesis has come up in a big way. Nah, I'm not saying. Son, no. I think y'all misunderstand.
Yo, hold on. Yo, the better one can care less about a Genesis. That's any Hyundai product.
That's what I'm saying. I take that before I take that.
Damn.
Pause. That was just sounding wow. Sheesh.
17 minutes into the joint, he already.
And we wilding. I'm sorry. We wilding with the lingo over here. Son, the vernacular is crazy.
It's out of control right now.
But I will say, however, right?
Yeah.
Watching, like, I just don't trust those cars. I don't. And I don't trust the guy who makes them. I don't trust the brand.
Nah, kid. Because we already established he's not an automaker.
Right. And not only that, your safety is like whatever to him. I'm not saying that all these other auto companies don't have their flaws and they didn't have their time when where things went this way or whatever. I'm not saying that, but it's just something about that brand. Do you realize they had another accident? And I don't want to keep harping on electric vehicles. I don't. But do you realize they had another incident in Florida where the car crashed and caught on fire and another 36,000 gallons to put this car out, son? Like, how often are we doing this?
I'm trying to understand, like, but like the highway safety, what the hell is it called? The HS?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
National Highway Traffic Safety.
Yes. They on their back now.
They on their back. They want to do a couple recalls on this.
So don't they got like a crazy, like it's like every Tesla that was built since 2012 or something like that has a recall on it.
Well, Elon Musk, aka Cobra Commander. He tuned in and he was like, oh, it's nothing but an over-the-air update. That doesn't scare you that they updating your car. Like, we all seen iRobot.
Yeah, you know what bothers me the most is that he sounds unconcerned. Like, this is over.
Well, listen, he had the National Highway Traffic Safety Bureau chief on the phone. They told him, they said, listen, we're going to need you to do a recall. He hung the phone up on him. Care less. I'm telling you, listen, in 2023, we're going to run down some of the shows that we've done and some of the things that we've talked about. And one of the things that we talked about this year that a lot of people ask me about, even still to this day, is safety over innovation.
Damn.
They will risk your safety
factory
to move forward.
Yeah.
And then make a speech about you at the end of the day. I went and I took a speech. I took a speech and writing class earlier last week. Everybody remembers the Challenger from 1986.
Okay.
You remember they had a teacher in there, school teacher. We were talking about it. They went up in the air and they blew up, right? Ronald Reagan had a speech that he gave after that. Do you know that is the #2 speech ever spoken in the #2 rated speech ever spoken?
Nah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And we all know in there he was like, yo, you know what? Thank you for your participation.
Yeah.
And we won't let you down. But this world is crazy.
Son, they don't like you said, they're gonna put innovation over safety regardless because they feel like they got something to prove. And little do they know, it ain't really much out there to prove.
No.
But they don't care though.
They don't care. Shout to
bro.
Randolph Blackman. He said SI all day. Yo, I hear you. Trust me, I'm not saying that Hyundai's better than Tesla. You won't catch me with neither one of them.
Damn.
But at the end of the day,
you might see me with a Honda. I ain't gonna front though.
What?
Hyundai 3.8 track edition joint.
Yo, he not
with the Brembos on it. No,
I don't believe it.
He's crazy.
He like that joint. With that being said, you already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one here.
Let's go. S.I Shawn, baby.
And we jumping right in. Shout to Mr. 2J86. He said Elon will tell you not to worry about a rolling 4-door fireball while trying to cross up LeBron for clout on Twitter. Yo, I swear, the people who tune into this show and drop comments, they be budding comedians. That is hilarious, but it's true.
It is.
It is true. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. We are here live. It's a lot of things going on out here. We like to definitely jump into it. A lot of things going on in the streets too. But we're going to get into that a little later as well. Shout out to Zoom for Zoom. He said, and this is interesting, the thing with Tesla is that it's being pushed on us. And the government making other automakers follow suit on the all-electric thing. And Tesla seems to be protected by the government. Y'all don't listen. Listen.
Because remember though, right? We talked about this the other day too.
Yes.
He has something they need. So they're gonna bend.
And how did he do that?
What do you mean? Yo,
so everybody know and shout to S.I Shawn because it's 1,000% right. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. You know what? You know what? I know who it is, Mr. 2J. We know who you is, Jay. The one thing I'll say about that is Elon Musk has a supercharger network in the United States. How? How did he tie in to our electrical grid and do that?
Come on, son.
How did the government allow him to do that? Think about that. Think about that. That's like you.
And now they want it back.
That's like you owning your house, right? And then Starbucks come and build and give you a coffee machine to use in your house, and you got to pay for it. That's hilarious.
They want it back. They want it back now, son. They're like, nah, fam.
And he's like, nah, you got to pay for that. And they know that. Every time, the last time he was put under pressure with these recalls for the self-driving, what did he do? He gave everybody access to the supercharger.
He did. He definitely did.
He was like, all right, listen, I don't want to pay this fine. Y'all do this. And they rocked with it. We're not making this up.
It's crazy, son. Cobra.
This dude is ridiculous, man. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. It's definitely been a crazy week. I need to tell y'all about, like, it's a couple things going on. And I just realized, like I said, 2023, 2024, it's going to be a big change. And I hope you all ready for it. Shout out to Militime NYC. He says stockholders, shareholders, follow the money.
Damn.
Listen, let me tell you something. I downloaded the app. I want to tell everybody about this app, right? I downloaded an app called Autopilot.
Yeah.
Right? What it does is it takes the investments of the top 5 people in the world and it mirrors it and it does the investments for you in your investment account. If you can, check it out. It's called Autopilot. It mirrors the investments of the top 5 investors in the world. Do you know who is one of the top investors in the world?
Nah, who's that?
Nancy Pelosi.
Stop playing, son.
Nancy Pelosi is one of the top 5 investors in the world. She just turned over, I think she turned over some Tesla stock at like $170 strike price or something like that, made like $5 million off of it.
So how she managed that, son?
Because she's writing the laws, bro.
She's dirty.
I'm gonna tell you,
so it's nothing like dirty pool and getting away with it, huh? It ain't nothing like it.
Let me tell you something. That's why this electric car thing,
bro, it's part of the game.
If you think they not pushing it because they not benefiting, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
Come on,
I got a bridge. If you get a chance, the app is called Autopilot. Check it out for yourself.
Yeah.
What it does is it mirrors the movements of Warren Buffett. You know, a lot of these other, but Nancy Pelosi is there. 56% of Nancy Pelosi's stock portfolio is Apple.
Damn.
56%. I'm sorry. We're not gonna go. I'm not gonna go on the tangent.
Yo,
we're not wilding. We're not wilding. We're gonna go back to the autos. I'm sorry.
Yo,
we don't want to shake nobody. We just want to tell the truth. That's it. I just want to tell the truth. That's it. But at the end of the day, check it out if you get a chance. But there's so many different things going on in the news when it comes to these cars. And like Zoom for Zoom said, they're pushing them on us. It's not like they're giving you the option. They're pushing them.
And it's no money in options.
No. Oh, it is money in options. Stock options.
Damn.
But I mean, at the end of the
in-house stock options.
But at the end of the day, they're pushing it on you. And now they're pushing it on the other automakers who are saying they're not ready. Listen, we're not ready. We can't do it. They're like, you better figure it out.
That's it.
But now, but the high-end people still gonna be using oil till 2050. Not you though. You in the hood. You're gonna be using electric cars in 2032, whether you like it or not. You taking a bus, train, and we already said the public transportation, the streets of rage. Better do your push-ups, eat your Wheaties. Get ready to put your hands up. Get out there running the Ronald McDonald out there. He ain't playing around, son. Talking about you getting on the train. Give it up. Give me your money. Yeah,
just when you getting on the train.
I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, son. Then they got congestion pricing.
Oh man, son.
Yo, we could go on and on.
You know the congestion pricing is just like the toll thing with the little flashing lights and all that?
$15 a day. $15 a day. Yo, if you go all week, son, if you even bicycles are electric, aka pedal assist, that is fat and lazy.
Son.
I hate seeing electric bikes. I'd be like, you blasphemous.
No, that's ridiculous.
You blasphemous.
That's ridiculous.
And dudes is riding them like motorcycles. 50 miles an hour on the highway with no helmet. Wow. But you pull me over if I got my helmet. Listen, we ain't gonna get started. You already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one. We're gonna jump right into these car things. It's 2023. We leaving out. It's the last show for Rally Radio. We just want to shout everybody who's been rocking with us. 100%. This is the last episode of the year. We're going to tune in next year. And next year, we got a couple other things tuned out that we're going to be working on. But in the meantime, we're going to jump right into the show. So with that being said, here we go. Now, if you tuned in last week, we talked about a couple things.
Yes, we did.
We did talk about a couple things.
No, carry on.
No, you continue.
I appreciate that. How about Honda? I ain't go front, man. Honda and Acura up here with a diesel recall, son. 2.6 million? What? Yo!
So here's the thing with the recall. That recall is great for me.
Yeah.
Because they recalling the fuel pumps. And I got to type off. So I'm going to let everybody know how it goes.
Yeah.
I got a 2019 Honda Civic Type R. Yes, they will be recalling. Shout to my guy Parker. He's in the building.
Let's go.
Let's go, Parker.
Let's go.
So now, shout to Jay. He said the MTA is the only service in New York City that you need to have a Rocky montage just to prepare for that. Yeah, I'm done. You gotta stop the music.
Yo, son, Jay be wildin', son.
Yo, he said you gotta have a Rocky montage. You gotta be in the crib like just to get on the E train.
Yo, mind you got your little bag on, you getting ready, got your shirt on, your shoes, you getting ready.
And if any of y'all listen, I'm gonna say this, man. This is a family show. I ain't gonna tell you how to defend yourself, but protect yourself at all times. This is a boxing match when you get out there in the train.
Oh man, son.
Shout out to Ed Miller, Time NYC. He said, not to mention all the new laws going into effect next year. Lord have mercy on everyone. Shout out to Renault Blackman. He said he has something over their head and he plays chess with them, and now he owns them.
Because they let him go to, but man, it's wild. It's wild, son. It's wild, B.
Shout out to my guy Parker. He said, I just bought a book on car engines so I can keep up with y'all. My man,
Let
me tell you something, Parker. That is the whole premise of the show.
Factory.
We understand that at the end of the day, some people look at cars as transportation. We look at them as children. But because they are like our kids. But at the end of the day, no matter your level of involvement,
factory.
We still believe it should be entertaining for everybody.
Absolutely, so entertaining and knowledgeable. Appreciate that, Parker. Absolutely.
Shout that he said them camera sounds ticket will get you 2,500. That's how they getting cats, man. That's how they. I'm telling you,
yo, son. Everything is beyond a money grab for whatever reason. Like it's so bad they don't even need to do this.
That's a fact.
But they like, why not?
We might as well push it to the limit. That's how they do.
To the limit.
Shout to Miller. He said, "What's the name of that book?" Parker said he understood diesel and gas and inline engines and V's and H. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go, son.
So with that being said, man, it is definitely crazy out here. But we did talk about a lot of that. 2.6 million cars being recalled for fuel pumps.
It's crazy. Even the NSX is up there.
Boy,
I don't know, son.
I'm not mad. Shout to Park. He said, my friend said her friend just moved to Thailand and got an apartment for $60 a month.
Damn.
Wow. Thailand, $60 a month, kid. Meanwhile, we get an apartment out here, $6,000
a week.
Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down.
It's crazy. Son.
So 2.5 million in a recall. That's crazy.
It is.
But I love it. And what does Honda do? They get the recall out there and get it done.
Factory. That's it.
That's it. Bring them back in here because we're gonna be leasing used cars.
All that.
We fixing all the recalls, man. Telling you. Continue on. What else you got for us?
Got another crazy one. So how about this? Pause. The Slim Jim Nissan Z. What they call it? The meat on wheels?
The meat wag. Oh my God. Hold on. The music got to stop. Oh my goodness.
That is ridiculous. So first off, it was these it was out in California. You had these thieves.
Right.
They stole a custom Nissan Z.
Right. And not only just any custom Nissan Z.
Nah, son. It was the Slim Jim.
It was the Slim Jim. They called it the fatty on wheels or something. Pause. Something wild like that. First off, the vernacular is crazy. Yeah. Shout to my guy Patrick Powell. Happy New Year to him.
You know what's so crazy? Let's go. And the ones responsible, the gang name is called the Long Boy Gang.
Yo,
where are we?
Yo, we in the wrong era, son. Cats is out here calling themselves long boys.
Yo, son.
That vernacular is crazy.
When we was talking about this last week, I was just like,
what are we saying here, son?
Man,
and not for nothing, these dudes are repping hard.
They repping hard.
Pause. That was ridiculous. All right, we're gonna move on. This is crazy. The Nissan meat wagon is wild.
Son. Oh man, yo,
it's crazy out here. Shout to the Facebook user. He said, "What you guys gonna do if they get rid of all manuals?"
Don't ever say nothing. Please,
I would say that.
Please, you gotta repent, baby. Come on.
I would say this. First off, I'm afraid of that whole comment.
I'm nervous now.
Yeah, because you just brought me right back down to reality. Like it could happen.
Exactly, son.
I would say this, right? At the end of the day, my Type R is manual. My CRX is manual.
Let's go.
Anything else I would like to buy is manual, hopefully, right? But at the end of the day, they can never get me to buy anything.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I gotta want it. Because before I take any electric vehicle, I'm just gonna walk.
Damn.
Forget it.
That's real. I feel the same way. Or I'm just having my wife drive me around blindfolded because I don't even want to see what she's doing over there. I don't even want to see the auto shifter. I gotta be blindfolded.
I'm
telling you, son.
But I don't know what I'll tell you what, if they get rid of the manuals from here on out, it's just what it's gonna have to be. Damn. But I will say this, however, I still got mine. So I'm good. I do want a manual Porsche. I do want a manual Hellcat. And I would love to get an R34 GTR, but that you already know.
Son, they get rid of all manuals. We
in trouble.
We in trouble, and the auto game is finished.
Finito.
It's like we're already like on the last leg or two.
But not according to Toyota, and we're gonna get into a lot of that stuff we got coming up.
Toyota need to be ashamed of themselves, though.
Shout out to the Facebook. He said this is a major pause. Can't go into New Year's with a capital pause. Shout out to the Facebook. He said after reading that book, I want to go manual. Honestly, I mean, I ride a GSXR, so why not? Here's the thing, right? And here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, that just goes to show the level of engagement you want out of your daily transportation.
I'm telling you, man, because nothing's more satisfying, right? I know, at least for me, and probably the better one too, right? When you're on the way somewhere, right? And wherever you're about to go, you don't know how it's gonna turn out.
That's a fact.
But in the middle of that, you over here enjoying this stuff.
Yes.
And that's what I look for. Like, I don't know what I'm getting ready to go and do.
Yes.
But I know right here, right now.
Yes. But you know what though? I will say this. I love the fact that motorcycles are that way too.
Oh man, I love it, son.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's all about control. Shout to the Facebook. You said I ride a GSXR, so why not? And I know who that is. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day,
Kawasaki. Yeah.
You stupid. Never ever with the disrespect. Kiwi Kawasaki.
Yeah, you say Kiwi.
Now I will say that, but the manual keeps you engaged. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Reinhold Black, he said that's $3,000 a year. That is a lot. Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot. I think he's talking about the tolls.
Yeah. It's crazy.
$15 a day. Yeah, it's like out of control, and that's what they expect to get out of everybody.
Son. Oh man, money grab, son.
Shout to Mr. 2J, aka J. He said, to be fair, Toyota still being Toyota, even with the EV game. But here's the thing. Shout to Parker. Yeah, we know who it is.
Hold on.
They are.
How?
They are.
Don't worry, we're gonna burst a couple bubbles later, but carry on.
Sheesh.
Damn.
Bursting what?
Never mind.
Right,
never mind, y'all.
Boy. Slim Jim. Wow. Okay. With that being said, we're gonna step right into the game. You already know how we get down. With that being said, you got any more recap for him? I'm sorry.
I got this last one.
Let's go.
BMW M3 competition pack sets the world record of 8.5, being the fastest in a quarter.
Okay, first off, right? I know you're going with this, but shout to M Life.
Okay.
Shout to them for actually taking down the record.
Okay, yeah.
You know, that's it. That's all I got to say. Continue on, man.
I don't know. I just think that's cool. Like you say, you know, the fastest all-wheel drive M3. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? I got a question I want to ask everybody that's tuned in. Let me turn the music down for a minute. I got a question. Is drag racing really just about money and skill right now? Whoever got the most money, are those the ones winning the drag races, or is it people with the skill and know how to build the engine, to drive and man it? Or is it just money? Because if it's money, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go straight. Shout out to my guy Daryl Gauls. Tuned in early, my guy. They was here with us early.
Let's do it.
Appreciate y'all. The game is all about how much money you got. A lot of these guys that you see racing, they're racing, they got bread.
Yeah.
I remember, listen, when I first got my CRX and I got a B16 installed in this CRX, I'm going to tell you right now, just that swap alone cost me $2,000, like 2,200. And that was back then. But now let's say we talking about Wiseco pistons.
Yeah. Oh man.
We talking about pistons, rods.
I don't talk about
sleeve in the block, bigger turbo, spring. Come on, son. Come on. It's about brick cams,
some port and polish and everything.
And what? Sheesh. Port and
yo, this chill, son. Yo, he's on a roll right now.
Spectacular, son. I didn't say port and polish. It sounded crazy, son. But it's all about money. Drag racing is all about money. And
I think that's what it comes down to.
And at the end of the day, this is why I'm convinced that it's not about how much skill you really have. It's about how much money can you throw at it. How many engines do you need to have standby to do this?
That's another good question. And not for nothing, though. Like a lot of let's just talk about race team. They have a bunch of engines on standby, son.
Yeah, they got cars on standby.
Yeah.
Oh, he crashed the car into the walls. He okay? All right, tell him come on back here. We got the other. Fact.
Yo, hold on, wait. That engine just shot a rod through the head and block. Yo, don't worry. Bring it in. We got another one out. All right, forget it, y'all.
This guy's video.
Yo, so mute my mic, B.
Hold on, bro. I gotta stop y'all because the thing is, right? A lot of automotive pretenses can be a little.
Yo, it do get crazy.
The vernacular, but he did say he said he shot a rod through the head. My goodness, man. This. Yeah. Put the kids to bed.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But I will say it's got to be more about money.
I think skill left the building a long time ago.
That's a fact. I think so too. Shout out to the Facebook user. He said, I think it's mostly ego. You ought to see it. If you had a red light and another car pulls up and boom, it's on. Yeah. I've definitely been the light to light guy.
Nah, you know, I agree with that too. It definitely is. But even so, right? Let's say you pull up to the light, right? Somebody got a crazy machine, right?
Right.
Very expensive machine, right?
Yes.
It's still about the money though, because he automatically thinks he can win.
That's a fact. How many times have I pulled up with the Type R and I'm like, yo, you know what?
Yeah,
I might be able to get this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we talking about rebuilt transmissions.
Come on,
rebuilt engines.
Come on, brand new differentials. Come on, son.
We didn't even get into the tuning. We didn't get to the turbos. And shout to Dr. Phil. He said it's definitely a wallet competition.
Damn,
that's a
let's
fact.
go, Dr. Phil. Let's go. That's it, son.
It's a wallet competition.
That's it, son. It really is.
Come on, son. That's what it is. Shout to my guy. I got my homeboy. I don't want to put his name out there, but he got a 2,000 horsepower GTR. R34. 2,000 horsepower. It's like, yo.
Damn.
Like, what did you spend? But at the end of the day, it's like I just want the car.
Yo, for real.
He done bought the joint 3 times over with what he put in the car. And that's why I gotta ask. And please drop the comments down below. Is drag racing more about skill? Or is it about money?
Yeah, we need to know, y'all.
Because I see all of these guys on Instagram, and I don't like calling out names, so I won't.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of these guys on Instagram, and it just look like it's a money thing.
I'm telling you, man, I figured that a long time ago, man. Just because, like you said, like the skill been out the window a long time ago. I figured, right, when everybody started, even when it was a manual game, it still was about the wallet, though.
That's a fact.
But now it was like skill involved too, though.
Shout to Military NYC. He said Michael B. Jordan proved that you got money but can't drive it.
Let's go, Military.
Yo,
like, he's on
Miller was right on the ball with that one.
Son, come on, dude.
That was pause. That was crazy. But it's true. Last Saturday, like y'all said, it's the driver. I don't know, man, because a lot of these guys are not really wheeling.
Nah, I don't think.
Y'all heard the intro to the song. Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. That's what we into. But when all you're doing is grabbing the steering wheel with 2 hands and dumping the gas, how much skill does that take?
Yo, I don't know. I just think you just got to, more than anything, you just got to be sturdy on the wheel. That's about it.
Yo, shout to Maul. He said, family show status has been revoked. Yowzers. Shout, yo, Dr. Phil. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I know he's wilding right now.
Dr. Phil, we got to get you. He said he blew his tranny. We got 5 more.
What?
5 more.
I don't want one.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
But you know that's the one thing I've noticed in the drag race game. I will go back as far as now. This is why I believe street racing and drag racing competition are definitely 2 different things.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because
I agree.
Street racing guys that we know, I don't know if they having 2 and 3 engines sit to the side.
Nah, son, chances are you're not out there like that.
So you working with that one engine.
Factory,
you know what I'm saying?
You may have like a spare head over there or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A new head gasket or something.
Shout to Facebook. He said he spent his 401k. I'm telling you, son. Gats is out here going broke to get down that quarter mile. Shout to my God, Daryl Jaws, Daryl Gold. But that's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Yo, it is.
I started looking at a lot of these bills because you know what? At the end of the day, y'all know Rally Radio. We love the autos, and we trying to get out to the track.
Factory.
That's our next thing. Not necessarily the drag strip. We definitely looking into we definitely looking into road racing and touring racing. But so I'm starting to really trying to price these things.
Yeah.
And the reason why I like road racing, I feel like it's more competitive.
Absolutely.
It takes a little bit more skill. But now that I look at it, it's like, yo, you got to have cars for that too.
Yeah, of course.
Crazy out here, son.
Of course. Yo, not for none. Let's just call it what it is. Motorsports in general is just very expensive deal. Son.
Oh, it's a habit.
Son.
It's a habit. It's a habit. I had that. Yo, son. Do you know how many car parts I bought and sold to pay for more car parts? That's hilarious. Shout to the Facebook user. He said, if y'all bought trucks, which pickup would y'all get? If you was to buy a pickup now, which one would it be?
Damn. Oh, well, me personally, I probably had to go get that 6-speed Tacoma.
Yo,
that's
son,
where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't want no TRX. I don't want no Silverado HD. I don't want none of that.
Yo,
I don't want none of that. Let's go.
And there's a reason why he's a co-host sitting over here. There's a reason.
Let's go.
Because at the end of the day, that's exactly where I was going. And not for nothing.
That's it.
Either that, like I said, the fact that it's not manual, it's like, but
what's that?
A used Toyota Tundra Crew Max.
Oh yeah, son. Yeah,
I would go get.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Absolutely. Yeah.
Dodge Ram T. I would get a Dodge Ram TRX. Hellcat engine.
Nah,
so do you know that this is the last year for the Dodge Ram TRX? You know that's it?
Thank God.
Damn.
Get that shit out. Yeah, I see one the other day. I'm like,
you know what it is?
You know my problem is like they got they got enormous in size, son. It's like, get out.
Yo, this guy.
Come on. See, I tried to do better with that.
We got to mute his mic. I'm sorry. He's talking reckless. He said they got bigger in size.
Yes.
My God, man. This guy's vernacular is crazy. I was in pause.
Yo.
But I will say this. Shout to Ace. He said, doing fast things isn't cheap. Drag racing left the homegrown competition long ago. Once big companies jumped into the sponsorship, it became a money game. Shout to Marley. He said it's a tundra for him. And 2J, aka Jay, said, honestly, with the way the NYC street scene is going, it's all about which 30 set of guys is dropping money on the BMW versus the other set of 30 guys dropping way too much money in ego. And shout to Dr. Phil. Always got the good comments. He said the difference is with road racing, you can just bring whatever you brought and still have the time of your life. Drag racing ain't fun until you 12 seconds or faster.
But you know what's so crazy? I agree with Dr. Phil. Even when you bring the car to the road race, right? It's competitive, and let's go factory. That was real good. You could go out there and still put work down there.
Oh, that's a fact.
Like you said, drag racing, you got to really go in and be like, nah, son, I gotta be like top 10 out here.
You gotta be. And that's the thing I think that is coming down to. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. This is why, to me, when it comes down to drag racing, it's like, you can have it, man.
Yeah.
Like it's not my cup of tea, because it's like, you know what? At the end of the day, and you got dudes that had manual cars and they switching to the auto shifters and everything like that.
This is what I'm saying.
So that they can compete.
Yo.
Torque converters and all kind of. That's hilarious, man.
Son, did you have a chance to see that air shift in Evo, son? I was so disgusted.
Yeah, son. He was like,
I was like, what is this?
But this is what this is why I'm saying at the end of the day, that's not the kind of racing that moves me. Don't get me wrong. 0 to 60, quarter mile time, I like it. But when I started, like when we was going to the strip, when it was Englishtown, we go down, we go to the strip. You hear dudes shifting and all that. Yeah. And then you heard the autos. You like, doo-doo, kid.
I'm sorry. I felt the same way. Like, what y'all doing? Like, I think with the quarter, especially in the quarter, you got to have as much fun as you possibly can. Because exactly. Son, it's over really quickly. It's like, I got to enjoy every bit of this. But like I said, like we just said, it's not really about the enjoyment factor.
To me, it's just it's another facade of racing. Something I wouldn't mind trying for the brand, GutterballRally,
sure,
because we into it all. I'm gonna be honest with you. We talking smack, but we into it all. You know what I mean? So we definitely want to get into it. But shout to Dr. Phil. He really shined the light on us as far as the road racing and or touring racing is concerned. He was like, yo, just bring whatever you got. And that's what he put up right here. If anybody can see his comment, he said the difference is with road racing, you can just bring whatever you brought and still have the time of your life. Drag racing ain't fun until you 12 seconds or faster. That's a fact. That's a super fact.
And then let's not forget, as soon as you leave that line, you're liable to break something, son. You like this, damn, son.
Yo. And that's another thing, son. That's another thing. I would say this. I would say that. I would say at the end of the day, that's another thing, because you putting that joint under super stress.
Yo, son, from the gate?
From the gate.
Oh, boy, son.
From the gate. You going, I was about to say something super reckless. I ain't going to say it. You going dumb hard.
Yo, mute his mic.
Sorry.
Yo, son, it's crazy right now. Yo, we apologize, y'all.
We apologize for the vernacular. It's crazy out here. But at the end of the day, I think everybody gets the gist of what we're saying. At the end of the day, drag racing is no longer, at least it's not about skill anymore. It's just about how much money you got.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I think that's one of the things that's starting to phase me out of it. Like, I'm good. I don't really.
Yo, I remember when AMS was running the Evo, son. Right?
Yes.
It was manual.
Yes.
And it was laying waste, son. That Evo, it was just great. Light gray Evo. I remember that joint to this day. It was laying waste, bro.
Manual?
Of course.
At the end of the day, the Evos just they changed the game too.
No, they did. They did.
I don't know who said this the other week. I believe it was Zoom for Zoom.
Yeah.
But he said once they came out with the R35 GTR.
Yeah, that was Zoom for Zoom. Yeah, so
that's
and that's what I'm saying, right? That changed the whole perspective of what racing is like.
Yes.
And I guess also the enjoyment side of it, because what they tried to pump, you can still enjoy it and have fun. How?
Nah. I tell you what, the one thing I can say that changed when it comes down to that is that the fact that they had a match rev system.
Son, I need you to bleep my mic. I want to, son.
Oh boy, he's about to go hard.
I can't believe that, son. Yo,
He's about
I
to
want to
go
cuss
home.
right now, but I'm not. I'm
He's
chill.
not gonna curse.
I'm gonna chill right now.
He's
But
gonna hold
yo,
back. I gotta say that's what it comes down to, man. It's crazy out here. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all. Don't forget, drop your name, drop a comment in the bottom so we can definitely shout you out. Definitely gonna be interesting to say the least. I will say this, however, right? When it comes down to it, it's definitely a money game. And that's usually with all cars in general. And we're going to point that out, man. Pause. Yeah, we wilding. The commentary is crazy. Dodge Ram SRT 10 with a short bed and a manual.
That's fire. That's fire.
But that's you know how rare?
That's hard.
Did they even come manual?
I don't think they ever did.
Could do the swap, though.
Could.
I mean, they swapped an engine from the Viper. They could definitely do the swipe there. The swap there. But shout out to Marlon said, because the R35 GTR does a good job at mimicking the manual, but it's still automatic at the end of the day.
That's a fact. You know another one I'll do? I'll do the Cyclone. I'll do the Cyclone.
Wow. But now you're getting into Legend of Auto status. You're getting into Legends of Auto status. That's super serious. That's super serious. He's going crazy right there.
I was just saying, like, because that SRT 10 Ram was nuts. Never mind, son. Yo, let's move on, son. Move on.
The man he said that Ram was nuts. Yowzers. Yo, pause, kid. Shout out to my guy, Anthony Green. What's good, my guy? He tuned in early. We appreciate you. Shouting everybody out. Shout out to my guy, Green. What's good? The SRT came in. Shout out to Dr. Phil.
Let's go, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, you know, he already know what it is.
Fire.
But with that being said, we're going to jump right in. We got a little bit of news for y'all. There's a lot of things going on out here. We just want to make sure that we all on the same plane. Now, I know y'all seen the thumbnail. We talking about it. What does the future hold for autos, and what trends are we leaving behind in 2023? I want y'all to drop that in the comments, and we're going to be mentioning along the way. What automotive trends, or just trends in general, you want to see left behind in 2023? I'll give you one.
Yeah.
Mindless, dumb takeovers.
Damn.
We could leave those in the past. You the past, bro.
You know what? You know, more than that, let's leave the people in the past who think those are hot. They need to stay. I don't know. They need to, find a way off this planet and go do that.
And just go do their thing, right? Shout out to my guy Tiny. He's in the building.
Let's go, Tiny. Let's go.
Shout out to my guy Tiny. He's tuned in early. Shout out to the Facebook. You said the Rizline, I can do manual, but I'm still practicing for a year with this. That's got to be my guy, Parker, right there. Parker got a mean Honda Rizline, and I always wanted
smooth.
I always wanted one of them too, man. I always felt like when the imports got into the pickup game, it was like they was very, very underrated, and I feel like it wasn't fair because they showed you what they could do with autos themselves.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So they were like the Nissan Titan. I was like, yo, it's a fake V8. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It'll last. Cut it out.
Whatever.
Shout out to my guy Green. Said, I have a question. Do you ever think the electric cars or trucks will have that good raw power like a gas car? Shout them. Okay. I love these kind of questions.
With that synthetic power?
And at the end of the day, that's exactly what it is, Green. They're not gonna have that raw power. Like they just have acceleration.
That's all it really truly is.
So over the week, I'm glad he asked that question. Shout out to my guy Green.
Let's go. That was a good one.
So over the week, there was a race between the Dodge Demon 170.
Yo, did you see that?
And a Tesla Plaid.
I don't like how they try to. I guess you could measure the kilowatts and horsepower or whatever like that. But
gigawatts, 1.6 gigawatts.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy? Now that I think about it, I blame Back to the Future a little bit, son.
Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Come on, son, but carry on.
Here's the thing. They raced them, and the Tesla Plaid did beat the Dodge Demon 170.
Okay.
And, everybody is making their comments. The Tesla fanboys, they touching themselves. Oh, my God. They just did what the Tesla did to the Dodge Demon. That's the fastest. Right? And I said one thing and one thing only. I said, listen. If you got a steak, you could cook a steak on the oven. You cook it on top of the oven, or you cook it in the microwave. The microwave may be faster.
Factory.
But which one you gonna enjoy more?
Damn. See, and this is what I'm saying. Good question again, Green. Good question again. But that's the problem. Like we getting things confused.
Facts.
We getting it so mixed up. And that's when they getting us at. So they like, yo, these electric things is They beating the Dodge. They 170. Then what's the point of them?
Kid, come on.
What?
Are you kidding me?
What? I gotta ask the people out there. Do an EV get you excited? That's all I want to know.
And I think that's the biggest question. Like what Green is saying.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, does an electric vehicle really get you going the way the startup of a Dodge Demon 170?
For all of that, for any startup and any combustion engine at this point, because when those things turn on, you don't even know, right?
Facts.
So do those things even get you excited? Do they make you get up in the morning?
No.
Like, do you go to your window like a kid? I know I still do. When I hear something going past, you ain't gonna never hear one of those going past.
Kid,
unless they got a speaker on it.
I can't. And you know they pumping the speakers.
Yeah, Ball is making the speaker for these things.
Come on, man.
Come on, there's no way.
I'm gonna tell you this. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you what these Dodges and everything could do that just these EVs can't. And they could mimic it. But it's not the same. It's not the same. And they know it. And they still trying to sell it to you. They're like, nah, man, trust me, you're going to love it. But in my honest opinion, Green, I don't think that it's going to have that raw power because the power from the engine is constant. So we're going to give you just a little bit. They don't sound like this. That's not what...
Oh my God.
My goodness.
Yo, son, matter of fact, monster. Yo, matter of fact, let's hear the Tesla.
Yo, that's hilarious. Okay, so everybody get ready for the Tesla Cold Start. Y'all ready? There it is.
Yo, son, are you kidding me, son? That's what I'm talking about. Son, that's a joke, bro.
No way that they can hang the same. But at the end of the day, I don't think they're going to have that raw power. The one thing dealing with engines, transmissions is that it still makes power further up.
Absolutely. And it's never going to be, I don't know, I enjoy the mechanical part of it, right? But I will tell you this, though. Damn, son, chill, son.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Stop, son,
it's okay.
Stop.
We already
I will tell you this, though, what the EVs will bring us, though.
Oh, boy.
An immense fireball, son. I think that's pretty all right. If they're going to do anything, they're going to give us a fireball.
Because they definitely catch on fire with no problem.
No problem, and they stay on fire on top of that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say at the end of the day, they really trying to sell us on something that it's not, and it's really not good. But
son.
Other than that, I just want to say shout to my guy Green for even tuning in and dropping the question.
That was a real good
we
question,
appreciate you early.
Absolutely.
Shout to my
Let's
guy
go.
Parker. Facebook user says it's a lady pickup vehicle, but it isn't going against the V8s. Honestly, they left me on the highway. Oh shoot! What pickup was that? Wow. Shout to Green. He said, see, that's what I'm talking about. I need that raw power to start while I'm driving. When I'm in Sport Plus mode, the roar of the yes. Shout to Green.
He's on the roll right now.
And let me tell you, and this is where I tell people all the time, you don't gotta be a car enthusiast to enjoy that.
Nah, you really don't.
That's not even that like you could be the budding car enthusiast, and that is as far as you want to go, and that's great.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, ain't nothing like that cold start on that Hellcat. I'm sorry. Nothing like the cold start on the Vet.
Son.
Nothing like the cold. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen, ain't nothing like a cold start on a Daewoo at this point, bro.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Yo!
He said on the Daewoo.
Son, come on. It's not like one of those right now, son.
He said a Daewoo. Yo, with that being said, we're going to move right
son,
on.
Yo, you won't even tell if the EV's misfiring. I like the misfiring sound.
Right.
Come on. I don't know.
Shout to Park. He said the Rams. He said if you put the Dodge Ram against the Ridgeline has no go. Ridgeline's a lady pickup vehicle. It looks nice, but power, it's not a pickup style. I hear you. And remember, Honda. That's where they flourish though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They flourish in the underpower zone where it may be underpowered, but it probably does a lot of other things really.
They
well.
probably do, and not for nothing. Like, and it depends where it makes its power at. It depends. All that. It's just like what they, the other 4 cylinders from back in the day. Remember, they had to get the VTEC to turn on to get all crazy.
Yes.
It depends where they make power at.
And not for
all
nothing,
depends.
we've all
for
us Honda guys, which is me included.
Mm-hmm.
We have definitely tweaked the VTEC kicker. And you know what's crazy? I remember the first time I ever heard tech. That was when I really transitioned like the ears where I could hear the exhaust. I remember hearing the VTEC kicking in my CRX. I remember I did so much work to the CRX and the VTEC wasn't working. I was so mad. Did the swap, everything. And I took it to full throttle racing over there. It was in Metropolitan. And these guys fixed my car. And when I was driving it home, I heard VTEC kicking for the first time. And I was like, it almost brought me to tears, kid, because the car was totally different after that.
Yo, you gonna laugh. So I'm on my way home the other day, right? Not for nothing. Another pickup I'll grab is a Mazda B series.
Yes.
Right? Definitely get one of those. Yo, this guy had a TSX, right?
Yes.
Like a blue one. Manual too, right? Yo, he was going in and out of VTEC. I was like, damn, man, that is cool. It's cool.
I'm telling you, son. In my opinion, man, there's no way you could do any better. Shout to my guy Green. He said electric cars can't travel at high speed at a long time. Traveling at 85 miles an hour, you're gonna need a charge. The faster you go, the faster you. So here's another caveat that they don't talk about with EVs, though. God forbid you towing something. God forbid you towing something. You lose half your charge because it can't carry that weight.
Nah, it's not meant to do that.
It can't carry that weight. And not only that, you're right, you're gonna need charge. Do you really want to, like, after doing a road trip? How many people want to do a road trip then go somewhere and sit for an hour to go further?
Yo, that's ridiculous, huh?
Do you know? Shout to my family because I know they listening, right? And I know that they get mad whenever I break out the road trip. But do you know when I'm doing my road trips, kid, we get 10-minute stops.
Yeah.
Gas, bathroom, food. Yeah.
And
we right back on, kid. I got to Disney World in 16 hours. Yes. Don't look over here crazy. Yes. I got to Disney World. I left at 12 o'clock. I left at 12 o'clock at night. We got to Disney World by 4 p.m. the next day.
Damn.
I left midnight. I was on the move, kid. Shout the 5-hour energy drink. Let's go. That was the original.
Yo, you know what else is crazy? This is another reason why EV, pickups or whatever, or just the EV vehicles in general, is that they rely on regenerative braking, right?
What's that?
So they
the EVs.
Yeah, they rely on regenerative braking, which helps recharge the battery.
But what if you're not braking?
Right? Fine. If you're not braking, you're definitely in trouble. But what makes it crazy when it comes to towing, the heavier object or whatever it may be will disrupt the electronics.
Yo, sir.
What?
This is why we say those things are dangerous, bro. This is why we say those things are dangerous. Son. Don't forget, wherever you are, just drop your comment. Drop your comments in the box so we can shout you out. Shout to Dr. Phil. He said, "Don't come for the Ridgeline. It's the perfect daily driver pickup. It has a lockable trunk under the bed. It's the size of an SUV, so you can park it." This is true, but remember, this is coming from somebody who owns one. Riding a Tesla is like having multiple apps open, multiple apps open on your iPhone. I definitely got to get my eyes checked. That's an APPS. Wilding out here, son. It's crazy.
So I got to get my eyes checked.
Yo, shout to Green. Electric cars are only good for driving back and forth to work in daily use around the city. And that's the only place where you really, where they're trying to really push them, is the cities. And even then, you veer off and go somewhere. Like, yo, I'm gonna go chill over here at the bar and then go home. You might be out of range.
Damn, son.
You might be out of range.
You know what's crazy, right? Some days I may forget, right? Like, oh man, I didn't put no fuel in the SI.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm good. I just go up the block.
It's a fact.
Go to the fuel station. I'm straight. If you do that with an EV and it's cold, you probably won't start, buddy.
Could be a problem, kid. Could be a real problem. And that's why we put it up there, man. Listen, there's a lot of things going on out here. We got a lot of news for y'all. I'm glad a lot of people are tuned in. Please drop your comments, drop your likes if you can, share it with your people. But today, we got a lot of things going on. What does the future hold for autos? And what trends are we leaving in 2023? And I'm going to tell you right now, because it looks like the NTSB wants to add speed limiters to all cars. We're going to get into that. And with that being said, let's go.
Weekly Specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, let's jump right into it. We're going to get into this little bit of news right here. It's a lot of things going on out here. This is what we be saying. We got to tune in inside the lines. The National Traffic Safety Bureau wants to add speed limiters to all cars. They want to add the speed limiters after its investigation into a multiple vehicle collision that transpired last year in Las Vegas, which resulted in 9 fatalities. The board recommends implementing intelligent speed assistance technology in all cars. This comes after the board determined the crash was caused by excessive speed, drug-impaired driving, and Nevada's failure to deter the driver despite being a repeat offender. So we have two other things that went wrong before speed. One, he was high. Damn. Two, he had his license suspended multiple times. Something to think about there. With that being said, right?
Yeah.
When you look at it like that, do you feel like the speed limit idea is pertinent? Do you think that they could do that? You think it should be?
I don't. You know what the problem is, man? Again, it's all about. It seems like it's just more of a control thing. So I don't think that's really a good idea. Like what they need to start doing, honestly, like is holding people accountable. You got your license suspended a while time, yo. You have to take these classes now, B.
How about you need to sit on the sidelines
or sit on the sideline?
It's time for you to sit on the sideline, my dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Because what's happened is they trying to catch us all in one net, son. It's like everybody got to pay. That shit, I'm tired of that.
That's a fact.
Why I got to pay for Joe Stupido over here because he don't know what to do?
Not even that. He don't care.
He don't even care, son.
And my thing is, all things are dangerous when people are using them impaired. A fork. A fork could be dangerous.
A pencil.
Could be dangerous if you're using it in the
Yo, son, a bottle cap. My son has a bottle cap in his hand. I might get hurt behind that, son.
Yo,
he might fling it the wrong way and knock an eye up behind that. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all want to laugh. My son called himself playing a prank on me. and it's hilarious. I got to stop the music just for a little minute. He called himself playing a prank on me, whatever. I'm watching YouTube, whatever, last night. And he's like, throwing stuff coming from anywhere, like throwing it from out the door. So I catch him. I'm like, ha. Yeah. Yo, he has this like a medicine ball, like Pokemon.
Oh no.
Yo, why he threw it and it hit me dead in the big toe, son. I fell to the ground. Screaming in the hallway. Like he ran.
Yo, this is what I'm saying.
Yo, anything could be dangerous if used the wrong way. I'm telling you.
Nah, but the cars, I'm telling you, man, they really trying to take away your free will with the autos by any. Mind you, they already governed anyway.
Yep.
They already got a speed limit on them, though.
Yep. Shout to my guy Anthony Green. Said, what do you think about the new Tesla Truck 3? Three different models of the truck. I'm just not there with an electric Tesla. Here's my thing.
What's a Mazda 3 truck?
No. There's three different models of the Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, okay.
I said that wrong.
One of the wooden is it wooden? Is one of the wooden ones?
So you got chrome, plastic. You got chrome, plastic, and wood. Pause. Crazy. So here's my thoughts on the Tesla Cybertruck. Why do they call it a truck?
I don't know.
What's the definition of a truck in your opinion?
Not that. My definition of a truck, it could be something as like simple as, like we were saying, like a pickup truck, something that's, I like to believe has an internal combustion engine, has a transmission, right? Can do real work, right? It can be sturdy and reliable,
right?
That's what I think one is.
When I look at a Cybertruck, one of the things I could say I don't like about,
and something I could be proud of.
I don't like the like the big windshield and all. I just don't know how it reacts and crashes. Like when you really
I think we know how it reacts.
I think we know, right? Do you know somebody already crashed one up? Somebody crashed one up on the side of the highway the other day, and that's another story. I'm not going to get into that, but it definitely don't pique my interest. I guess if you get the all-wheel drive truck version, you'll just really be upset because that means you're spending $100,000, and for $100,000, what kind of truck could you really get for that kind of price?
Son, this is what I'm talking about, though.
But I'm also the kind of guy. My favorite truck ever made was a Chevy Avalanche. Ever. And if I could ever get my hands on one that was clean and pristine, or if they still selling them, I would love to have one. But that's my thoughts on it. When it comes down to the Tesla Cybertruck, it has more the media more around it than what it's really capable of. And as a matter of fact, it lost a drag race with an F-150 Lightning that a lot of people are not talking about.
Damn.
And not to say I would reach for one of them either at this point. I don't want nothing electric. I'm done with it. Shout to my guy Park. He said he rode his boy's electric motorcycle. He said in his disrespect, he said it was no sound.
I bet you almost hurt yourself too.
No sound,
son, because man, listen,
that's a fact. That's a fact. But with that being said, it looks like it's like I said, it's a lot going on out here. They want to add speed assistance to the car.
It's crazy.
And this is why I'm glad I got my cars now. If they okay something like this, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want it.
No way.
Shout to the Facebook. You said I love the Avalanche, but after the new Ridgeline, I'm good. Wow, Honda needs to get back to the original VTEC sound. Yes, they do. And shout to Marlon. He said 100K gets you the top of the range Ford F-150.
I'm good.
Not the Lightning.
Oh,
just the F-150.
But even pickup trucks. That's another thing. That's another problem with those things, man. They got extremely expensive too.
Yes, sir.
They never was like that. So that's what I'm saying. So they all going in a whole nother direction with this thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of things going on. And like I said, this is one of the reasons why we love Rally Radio, why we love to come in here and do this. On top of us chilling and having fun, we telling people the truth. And there's a lot of things going on out here, right?
Yeah.
So let's get into this one right here, because this goes into what does the future hold for autos, right? Very interesting topic right here. This to me is crazy. Driverless cars can break the law but won't get ticketed in California.
Damn, son.
This is how it is, bro. Autonomous cars have been hitting the public roads in a handful of cities around the United States, but the driverless phenomenon has raised one particularly perplexing question. How do we keep those driverless cars in check when they break traffic laws? For the humans on the road, the threat of traffic tickets and hefty fines are generally enough to keep us in check when it comes down to being law-abiding citizens. We'll follow the speed limits, all those kind of things. But driverless cars don't have the same qualms, and the investigation revealed that even the companies that own and run the cars can't be fined in California. Could we say that again?
Yeah, we got to repeat that, man.
The driverless cars in California cannot be fined in California. Even in other states like Texas, cops can levy fines against a company like Cruise, but a piddling payment won't deter a massive corporation the way it will determine a human. A way it will deter a human, and that's a fact.
Damn, you see what they said right there, son?
But we brought this up before.
Yeah.
If your car is driving itself and it gets into an accident, whose fault is it?
Mind you, they can see if it was driving itself. So who fault is it?
Well,
it's still gonna be your fault, son.
Well, with Cobra Commander, we already know that with Cobra Commander, you know what he do? He give the car back to you with 8 seconds left.
Yo, have fun, kid.
He's the Red Baron. He give it back to you and then bail out. He give it back to you and then he jump on the parachute.
Yo, this is what I'm saying. But what good is this? How is this really truly? See, another problem is how are they gonna make money?
Shout to
Let's go.
Shout to sales. He says CBTC versus human.
Damn, son.
It's a fact. Communications-based train control versus a human operator. And that's where we at. This is where we at. Shout to the Facebook user. We're gonna put the number up here so y'all can see. The number is, see it at the bottom of the screen, 516-206-0711, and the phone lines are open. Definitely something that we got to take into consideration here, man. These cars don't get the same penalties that you get. And because of that, what that makes it safer? I don't understand. Shout out to my guy Green said if a person is a repeat offender with driving violations, they should get a $5,000 fine depending on type of. That's a fact. Rally Radio, who we got in the box? Let me know if you can hear the caller, y'all.
Yeah, man, I hear, man. This is Parker, man. What's good with you?
Yo, Parker, what it is, my man? Parker's in the building.
Let's go.
Very much, man. It was too much to text. I had to come on outside.
I hear you. Let me know if y'all can hear the caller, y'all. Can y'all hear him? Yeah, Parker. I'm listening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's talk about, like the control of the speeds and the sound and all that. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to the all-around news. It seemed like the U.S. is just trying to control it like the same way like that Japanese dude. He turned off the internet. Y'all just look at him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't want the people to defy the odds of just being extraordinary. You feel me?
Here's the thing. Just in general, like paying attention to the news, there's a lot of telltale signs that we need to really start paying attention to. One is the market. If you're not paying attention to the market, because a lot of things fluctuate, they call it the greed and fear factor.
Okay.
And the greed factor is up really high. Nobody expected the market to be doing what it's doing. Royal Caribbean Cruises in the beginning of the year, the stock price was about $65. It's now at $130 a share.
Yeah.
When you start looking at some of the people that benefit off of this stuff, and that's why I was talking about that thing, autopilot. Because autopilot mirrors how these people invest, and to find out that most of the people, most of your congressmen, most of your senators, most of your lobbyists, you think they just playing the game to get money out of the companies? No, they getting stock options. They trying. Things are changing. There's so many different things going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the reasons why we even talking about this, like, what does the future hold? Yeah. Because even with that movie, even with Leave the World Behind, they showing you.
Yeah, it's a like with that movie, it's definitely a propaganda. But I like to put my 2 cents in from what you said. When they start to change the like condition of the cars and all of that, and they don't have a lot of people out there with the manuals or getting busy or drunk driving. Yes. Guess what? You can't imprison a lot of people like you used to. So now you got to charge people while they outside of prison instead of inside. What do you think of that?
Oh, listen, you already know how we feel. Listen, that's crazy. They're taxing you without taxing you. When you're paying for the congestion price, when you're paying for a red light ticket, speed camera ticket, exhaust ticket, bus lane ticket, your insurance is through the roof. It's gonna be cheaper to have a Tesla come get you and take you to work. That's what they want.
Exactly. And you know how long it takes for me to find parking? 2 hours in Brooklyn.
Wow. And you know why that is?
I might as well say, let me park at the fire hydrant. I might as well get the ticket.
Yo, it's a very expensive. I always say that it's a very expensive parking space. At least it is what it is.
Until they go through your glass with the fire hose. Nah, bro.
Right.
So, nah, bro, I'm good, Parker. I'm sorry.
So here's another thing, Parker. Here's another thing, right? One of the reasons why the parking is starting to be short is because now they putting city bike everywhere.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So now city bike, they putting these things in places where people park. Now they talking about this a loading and unloading zone. They doing all this strategically to charge you more. It's ridiculous.
And like my real estate agent said, she said there's over four. I think it's 4 million or 4 billion cars being sold, and there's only 2.5 million parking spaces in the 5 boroughs.
Wow.
That's what's wild.
And so you're bound to get a ticket.
Exactly. And not only that, right? You know they doing that garbage dump thing on the streets uptown.
Yeah, we was talking about that. Yeah,
where they're gonna be putting these like 60-foot dumpsters where people could just dump their trash because they're trying to get rid of rats. So they say this place is crazy.
I got 5 snakes. I feed my snakes rats every day. You got a problem? Bring them here.
Yo, Parker. And this is why we always say Parker is wild. Parker is wild. And I believe him. How many snakes? What he got? I know you got a Burmese python. What albino?
I got a albino Burmese python that'll be 2 years old in May.
Oh my!
I got a Burmese python at home that's 4 years old. I got a Mexican king black snake. That'll be 2 years old. I got a tangerine Florida milk snake that's 2 years old, and I got a Burmese boa constrictor that's 2 months old. That's already 15 inches. That's the one that grows 22 feet in India and all that. I be eating people. So I'm outside with my shit.
Yo, Parker, I don't know if you should be worried about the electric vehicles in your house. I'm actually scared for you, my brother. I mean, there's a lot of snakes.
One of the snakes stopped eating. One of the snakes stopped eating the rats. For 6 months. Yeah, one of the snakes stopped eating, so I know it's sizing up somebody in the house. But yeah, that's what you gotta watch out for.
Wait. Repeat that, son.
Say that one more time, son, because I don't know if even the listeners heard. Could you say that again one more time, please?
When the snakes stop eating their regular foods and they come out and they monitor, they're not interested in their regular foods anymore. They're interested in something else that's in the house.
Oh no.
That's crazy. Yo, Parker, you the man. Bro. I know it ain't interested in riding motorcycles, so you need to be careful. I know it ain't interested in riding motorcycles, Parker. I need you to be careful in there, man. But at the end of the day, I know you know what you're doing or whatever. But shout to my guy Parker.
Let's go.
In.
Because every time I handle my snakes, I always put the gloves on, and I got the machete right next to me. So if you snap, and it's a crackle and pop from your neck. Okay, that's it.
Boy, he said, "I'm taking it off. That's it. Hiya.
Yeah, take it off. That's it.
I'm
yeah,
not
but back
mad.
to the cars though.
Yes.
Well, then let me ask you a question. Like, what do y'all really think was going on, man? You know, honestly speaking, after I've been reading that book a little bit, I'm getting in tune. Man.
So here's what the real caveat is, in my opinion. It's not necessarily about the environment, like they say, because these cars are still being built in factories that use oil and all those other kind of things. It's more about control.
I think it's like population control.
It's about It's about control. Period.
Yeah.
They want to control how you go there, how fast you go there, what route you take to get there, and we want to know how many people was in the car. They want to know everything. And if you think about it, this is one of the reasons why they're pushing these Teslas the way they are, because at the end of the day, those things monitor everything.
I think we can't fail to not mention these handy dandy cell phones we have.
Listen,
that's a part of it, son.
It is.
We don't even realize. Yo, these things could be on airplane mode, no SIM card in them, and they can still track you.
Right.
I'm out of here, bro.
Right.
I'm cutting
Even
off
when
my
you turn
mic,
the phone up, it said phone is still trackable.
Bruh.
I can't front. Yeah. Not for nothing. And now look, they got air tags. They say you don't need a phone, just slap this on your car. They want to know everything. Yo, NYPD was trying to give out air tags as people cars was getting stolen.
Remember that, son?
I'm not taking nothing from this dude, Adams. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm not taking nothing from this guy. He is hilarious. I will say this: when it comes down to it, it's all about control for NYC, and this is why that's the agenda that they're pushing, and that's just here.
I think also what they're trying to push is safety,
right?
Oh, this is gonna make you safe, Parker. Just come and get this EV,
right?
You good? We can always find you,
right?
Always find you, right? Emphasis,
right?
So it don't matter.
Yeah, we know when you run out of food. We know when
all
you run
that
out of gas. We know when your oil is down. We know
everything, son.
When you break up with your wife, we know when you. Know
Yo, son, it's stupid. He said when you break up, they write on you.
We know the last time you washed your hands. That's crazy.
They
son.
know that, son.
Right.
They know that.
Yeah, because even your Apple Watch lets you know when you got to wash your hands 15 seconds. So everything is timed. Yeah.
I tell you what's crazy is too, like these watches even tell you, they be like, yo, you having a heart attack. It'll tell you,
it tell you need to stand up, fam. What? Excuse me? Yo, I be looking at my watch, Parker, like, what you talking about? You need to stand up.
You need to stand up. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I'm telling you, son.
I will say this, however, man, at the end of the day, we just got to be mindful of all of this stuff that we taking in. And I think at the end of the day, that's where they was going with this movie. I think this movie was just trying to get people to pay attention,
bro.
Pay attention.
This movie was more of a propaganda, because if you already had some kind of experience and education, and then before this movie came on, and it's like, oh, this again, you know what I'm saying? Because remember when the plane was dropping all of the signs and the paper from the sky,
the flyers,
and then the sun had the flyers, and then homie at the White House had said, like, with his gun, he said that in another state the flyers was different, so they could be telling another state different from what they telling us, just to have vital control, to say, look how we govern our people, even though they separating the states. So if this United States could be called the United Snakes of America, and they could be separated and constricting everybody within their own
he said United Snakes of America.
Yo, that was wild, huh?
Yo, with that being said, Parker, you about to get a shut down.
As
soon as you said that, the screen went white and came back. He's like this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's crazy, son.
Yo, with that being said, though, it just goes to show, like, at the end of the day, what the future holds ultimately is control. For the autos, especially, what it holds is control. And remember,
so what if they? I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's all good.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all good.
What if the government would say, "Yo, we coming to get your cars right now and give you a Tesla"?
Wow, it wouldn't be. It's not far fetched.
What would you do? No. How would you respond? Honestly, we come to take your bike. We come to take your Type R. We come to give you a Tesla that can only do 40 miles from here to wherever you gotta go.
Okay, so you want to invoke a violent response? Okay,
I want to hear.
So with that being said, it would go like this, Parker.
Wait, is this in a letter form, or they calling you, or they at the door? They like, you come back tomorrow. So that's 3
How you
different
feel?
situations now.
So
Or it's an email. Make it
if
4.
they come to me and they say such things, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to pry the keys from my cold dead fingers. That's it. This how you say, yo, they gonna come in there, they gonna be like, sir, we need your manual cars. I'm gonna break out a whole glove and slap him in the face tight, like
Right,
said,
right. Okay.
This means war.
All right, I just need to know. I just need to know where I need to go. Just in case, you know what I mean?
Yo,
Son.
you already know how we get. Yo, Parker, we appreciate you early. We appreciate you for tuning in, and we appreciate you for calling in and coming up.
Yeah, no doubt. If I don't hear from you guys, happy holidays, happy New Year's. Drive safe, just rev it one time when that ball drops. Pause.
Sheesh.
Do what it do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my God, Parker's
All right?
He's over the top.
Happy New Year,
Let's
my
go.
God. We're gonna let you slide. That was a good.
Mhm.
You cool. We're gonna let you go with that one. All right, kid.
All right, now y'all take it easy.
All right,
sir.
peace. Shout out to my guy Parker, man. Yo, we appreciate all everybody who tunes in, who listens, man. I'm telling you, we got a couple people. That was a very interesting question. What would you do if they came to get your manual auto from your house? That is scary
It's
to
a
think.
tough one, son.
But if you think they above it, they not.
Nah, heck no. They right on the line with that.
And I believe they've done worse.
Oh, that's
They've
what I'm saying.
done
So
worse.
that's kind of like on a small scale.
Yeah, and that's why I say at the end of the day, we gotta be careful. Shout out to my guy Marlon. He said tax midget porn account. That's definitely yeah.
nice.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Listen. I say this at the end of the day, man. It's all about control. It's all about control.
Yes.
That's what this thing is all about. And that's what we're going to talk about. What does the future hold? To me, the future holds control. And we got a couple more other things that are going on. And this is actually crazy out here. GM has issued a stop sale on a Chevy Blazer EV. They just came out with this.
That joint just dropped.
And they issuing a stop sale. And why you think, son?
I think one of the reasons why, because they know this thing is not ready. It probably got a crazy recall attached to it quickly. And they like, yo, we need to hold this.
Nope. What happened was it ended up leaving a journalist and a couple other people stranded on the side of the road. I'm not making this up.
Recall.
Oh no, that's past a recall.
It's a recall to the garbage can, bro.
It's called refund. Give me my money back. I want my bread back. You mean to tell me I bought a brand new car that's gonna leave me on the side of the road? Never.
Huh.
This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's all about control. They pushing these cars out and they're not ready. They're not ready. These cars are not ready to be out there. And yet they still pushing them out the way they are. You got to start thinking about that. There's a reason why.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because they want full control. That's it. They want full control. And as long as y'all can wrap your heads around that, y'all understand. Pause. What we talking about here.
So they left them stranded, son.
Said that the car left them stranded. Shout out to my guy Camacho. He said ticket in Suffolk County for a seatbelt, total $170.
What?
$88 surcharge and $55 admin fee?
So you gotta pay the admin?
Yo, son.
Yo.
Yo, hold on, man. Camacho shout to Camacho, man.
Yo.
Shout to Camacho. You mean to tell me if a ticket is $170? The ticket is $170. You mean to tell me $153 $143 is going to the whole town? I'm disrespecting. $143 of that ticket.
So we gotta pay the admin B?
Come on, son. That's crazy. And this is what I mean. Taxing you without taxing you. Shout out to my guy. He said pure BS.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, the problem is, we should have the people, all of us, parents, grandparents, whatever, they should have been got together. Because if you ask me, it's gonna get worse. What the future's gonna hold with the whips.
Facts.
What? What's the future gonna hold for us in general?
I don't know. And that's crazy. That's crazy. Even talking about this right here, even talking about the GM stop sale of the Chevy Blazer EV. This is supposed to be the big deal here. Camacho said he got 3 in 1 year. Seatbelt ticket? I gotta ask you though, bro. You riding around with your seatbelt?
Nah, son. I think Camacho, he's riding around ready for something, like one of those quick moves. I'm telling you, son. He might got the seatbelt buckled on the bottom, but he can easily take off the top part. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what happens when you have a convertible vet.
Oh man, son.
They watching you, bro. They don't like that. He got a shout to my guy Camacho. He got a screaming yellow
Fire.
vet.
Fire. C6 joint. Fire.
They mad at that.
They don't like that.
They like the nerve.
And by the way, though,
Camacho said in my ish box, no less. Wow.
Damn.
They got it in for you. Let's go. Who we got in for? Oh, we got call is crazy. We can only take one. Rally Radio, who we got in the box? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, who we got?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
It's Green, my brother.
Yo,
Green,
let's go, Green. Let's go.
Shout to my guy Green. What's popping?
First, we got to shout out that brother with the snakes in the house.
Yo.
Because I ain't never to worry about me spending the night.
Yo,
he said when they stop eating rats, they sizing something up in the house. Well, it don't mean they want a steak.
Yo.
Trust me.
Nah, I'm good, kid.
Trust me. They said whatever's living in that house, they were like, yo, I'm about to eat him. No, thank you.
Yo,
thank
son.
He said he ain't got to worry about me.
I learned something today. I don't like snakes any way, but even if my neighbor got a snake, I'm trying to plot on my neighbor and how to kill his snake. I'm like,
man. That's a fact, right?
Yo, shout to my guy Green, man. Yo, I heard it too, and let me tell you, I seen Parker's pictures of the snake. That's why I was like, I know you got a albino Burmese python, which is crazy.
Yo, listen, he ain't got to worry about me living in the same building as him.
Nothing, none of that. That's a fact.
Yo, Green, they came after you.
This happened about at least 20 years ago. I was visiting one of my friends, and she got a son. And while I was at the apartment and everything else, right? Yo, bro, I saw the snake down on the floor, so I walked past it. I didn't pay it no mind.
Oh.
Then the second time, I messed around and stepped on it, and this damn thing moved. And I jumped up. Now, mind you, nobody in there have a snake. I called the maintenance department and everything in the police department. The maintenance came up, and they got the snake out of there. And it was her neighbor's snake.
That got in her house?
That got in her house. And that snake was in there, and they said they've been looking for that snake for the last 2 and 3 days.
What?
How did
it was in?
I'm good.
How you lose a snake?
I'm good. Yo,
and
shout
they
to
ain't say a damn thing. And that snake, they ain't said a damn thing. But the snake, it wasn't that long. It was probably about a good, maybe about 13, 14 inches long. But I'm thinking it was a toy. It wasn't no toy, bro.
Yo, son,
son, that's enough for me, kid. I'm out of there.
Y'all want to see a grown man have a baby? Son, right there. I'm not messing
you
with
ain't even got to, listen, you ain't even got to worry about it, bro. Because if I'm coming to your house and you got a snake, I'm coming in there because I'm probably poisoning your snake when you ain't looking.
I'm probably poisoning
Yo, Green, they calling you out in the comments. They said you can't kill another man's snake. Pause.
They got issues. They're the ones that got issues.
Yo, but now that we got you on the phone, what's your thoughts on electric vehicles? What is your thoughts on them?
Listen, me and my cousin, I own a Mercedes Benz. I got a 43 coupe AMG.
Okay.
And me and my cousin go at it all the time because he has a Tesla. Now the problem is with those Teslas, if you travel, and he coming from Atlanta sometimes to another part of Georgia, to Augusta or whatever, and every time he gets there, he got to get a charge, right? So evidently that car cannot travel like 85 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour at a high rate because they say, and my son has a Tesla too. He says, yeah, it does suck up gas. My only thing is it help you save gas or whatever, save you some money on that. Other than that, I like the roar of an engine. I like the firepower of it. I like everything about it. I like a smooth ride and I get that from my car. But other than that, I don't want I'm going to be the last person to ever buy an electric car.
Hold up.
The next car I get will be gas.
Hold up,
Every car I
Green.
get will be gas.
We got to give Green some shout out here. Hold up. Because not for nothing, Green, you won't be the last person to buy an electric vehicle because I ain't getting one neither. We both gonna be like this. Nah, I'm not taking it.
Nah,
give it to that person. But I totally understand. And see, my thing is, so how do you feel about the government actually trying to force people to do this? Because you know that's where they headed with it.
Well, you got to look at it. Some of the states are already adopted it, like New York, and they said certain amount of years, no more
gas powered
cars are going to be sold here. They saying all electric cars are going to be sold. So they're pushing us to that side. Now the thing is, it takes technology, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. The only thing that I liked about Rudy Giuliani, because he was a clown.
Right.
When they first brought the Easy Pass here to New York, the Easy Pass was not just about the tolls. They was gonna hook the Easy Pass to the DMV. So if your car wasn't registered or it had an inspection sticker to it, and it needed an inspection sticker, they knew about when your car, you was automatically going to get a ticket. You would get it in the mail. You was going to get it in the mail because it was like, yo, as far as we concerned, your car's not registered and your car inspection sticker. So they stopped. Giuliani said, no, just stop at the Easy Pass tolls. That's it. I don't want that hooked to DMV. Because had they hooked it to DMV, the things that we looking at it like, oh yeah, this is Easy Pass, less traffic, we can get straight through there. Yeah, but at the same time though, they was monitoring cars. When the Easy Pass first came, I used to go to the check cashing place, buy an Easy Pass right off the back and throw it in any car I want. They didn't even need driver's license, no nothing. They just said, but the criminals started getting smart with it. So they was like, nah, no more selling them Easy Pass like that anymore. We want those Easy Pass to be registered to somebody's name and somebody's car. So
I did not know
that. The Easy Pass was just a sign of the time on what the capabilities of what it can do, how it can do. If you look at all of our technology now on the 87, parts of the 87, the Major Deegan, they got speed cameras up there now.
Wow.
So them days of me clocking going up to Woodbury, doing 100 miles an hour, that's my thrill. I like to get up there and open up the engine and hear the engine roaring while I'm driving.
Wow.
What? Those things, they looking at like, yo, we're going to catch y'all speeding going up there. They are changing everything around. These new technologies of these cars, I can't afford to put that car in technology mode if something happened to it and it just veers off and hit another car or hit somebody else.
Yo, wow. I did not know that.
See, that's the thing. We think like Green was saying, we think, oh, this is for our convenience, and when it's always something else.
It's always the hook.
Always something
always
else
the hook, son.
On the side of it.
Yo, all the time.
And at any given time, what was that device that they first came out when people were stealing cars? They was putting them things in your cars when they first came out.
Low jack.
Like
I was thinking that.
Low jack.
A low jack.
Yeah, I was thinking a low jack.
Now, low jacks is no more.
It's not.
If you got any type of car, like my car has an Embrace.
Right.
All they got to do is call up Mercedes and say, where's that car at?
And they going to find it.
North Star Systems, the OnStar Systems, these other cars, where's that car? I can look at the app in my phone.
That too.
If I can look at the app in my phone and see where my car at, what make you think the government can't look at anything in your car and see what you're doing in there?
Boy, you sound like it's ugly out here.
It's getting ugly out here, and technology is coming, and it's something that none of us can avoid unless we just hold off on it. We all had fat back TVs when we was growing up.
Facts.
Look where we at now. Look where we at now.
Mounted joints.
Facts.
Look where we at now.
Swivels.
You give it another 25. You give not even 25. You give it another 15 more years, and the technology in these cars is going to be off the meter. Stuff that we not even really looking at and thinking about. They already looking at these things. That's why some of these, when you go to these car shows, people go sit down, look in the car. Oh, that's nice. But listen to what the person is telling you when she's giving a presentation on that car. Listen to what she's saying, what that car is capable of doing.
Wow.
It's not always about just to walk in at an auto show and sit down and say, oh, that's a nice car. Let me look at the inside of it. listen to what the person is saying and what the technology is and what those cars are going to be doing. Self-driving cars and all this other stuff that the technology is going to be doing with these cars.
Wow.
Because it's something that we never going to be able to imagine. But these guys, if they're going to be able to mix AI and put it inside of a car,
right?
What else could that car do? Because AI technology is getting out of hand to the point to where some of the bigger companies is crying about it, because it was on CNN. They was like, yo, we can't allow to have these little companies doing AI too.
Yes.
Because then we don't know what they're doing. We know what we're doing with it, but we don't know what these little companies is doing with this AI. We need to control it, because if you don't control AI and you got somebody right now at home thinking about something with an AI and saying, hey, we can do this with it. Then how can we make a robot with it? Or how can we imply this? Because everything that you do is language.
So wait a minute.
Facebook.
It's crazy you say that, Green, because I did see the other day how the New York Times is suing Chat GPT and all of that, because they using that stuff without nobody knowing.
That is correct. Because when we sign on to Facebook and Twitter and all this stuff, we're giving these people access, permission to everything. If you write on Facebook right now a bomb and I'm gonna blow your ass up, I guarantee you in the next 8 minutes, your account gonna be looked at.
They're gonna shut you down.
Red flag. You're gonna be a red flag. It's over.
It's gonna be looked at. And if you keep mentioning it, they're gonna pass it over to the federal government, because these FBI agents is constantly looking at it, saying, why is he looking at this? And is he on YouTube looking at how to make a bomb? Because they know the key words that they putting in. So now if you're using the AI, and that's why the guy that owns Tesla, that owns Twitter, they using AI and picking up every bit of our language that we're using, that we're texting with, and they're using it for a reason.
Wow.
Using it for a reason. They're not taking the regular dictionary, adding those words in. They're using any type of metaphor or words that we're phrasing, and they're using it for
slang,
artificial intelligence.
Yep, slang, because they understand.
Wow. How you think an AI is able to write rap music? Because they picked up our language and how we talk, how we use words. Because here it is, you can ask the AI to make a rap song. How is that possible? He should be using only dictionary words, but he's not.
He's not.
It's not. It
makes sense.
Regular words. So technology is right in front of us. We are the generation right now where the AI in the next 10 years, we looking at it like, oh, it can make a thesis statement. And what else can this joker do?
Listen, we seen it. Yeah. And I tell people all the time, it's
gonna make decisions for you.
and it's gonna be like, you know what? We're trying to save you. Like, we've already done the math. If you do this and do this, it's gonna kill you. So we're not gonna let you do this. You try to do it, it's gonna shoot your hand off or something.
All that stuff was in play years ago, bro. Because if you got a bank account, some of these bank accounts, if you notice, they say, oh, we'll make the payment for you every month if you want to.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Why are you gonna do that?
Right, exactly. It's all been there already. We just didn't realize what it was capable of doing. We didn't realize what it was capable of doing, because clearly AT&T and the rest of them would be like, yo, we can make your payment for you monthly every month and just draw it out of your account, because their computer will link to your account and go right in there and take money out.
Why they can't take as much as they want? When you think about
they
it,
they can.
Well, Easy Pass does.
Easy
if
Pass.
You go across that bridge 5 times.
Yo, you want to laugh?
Be like, oh, I see you heavy usage. Give me 500 instead of you giving me 300.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 500 right out of your account.
Yeah.
Easy Pass does it already.
That's
they
true.
help themselves to your account.
That's true.
I think the real problem is like both of y'all saying right now is like, we have fell asleep to this, huh?
Yeah.
We fell asleep to this. We thinking it's so cool, it's so fun, and we're sleeping while they got a grand plan on deck. Bro.
Yo, Green about to have me go outside and toss my whole
Easy Pass. Green about to have me toss my phone, everything. I don't want
it. Yo, listen. That's just the tip of the iceberg with most of the things that are technology.
Yo, Green, thanks for ruining the rest of my day. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yo,
if I would have told y'all 10 years ago, anybody would have came and told us 10 years ago that technology was going to be at this point, I was like, oh, really? How's that going to happen? But it's happening, and it's happening at a faster rate. The internet happened in the blink of the eye. It was like I went to sleep and woke up, and then all of a sudden the whole world is talking to each other at one time.
Because we weren't paying attention to it at a green. I guarantee you, if you was paying attention to stuff like this 10 years ago, you'd have been able to believe it today without a problem.
But Green, I gotta ask you.
And you, yeah.
I gotta ask you, right? You don't feel like these movies predict? I'm not trying to, I don't want to stir up the pot, but do you feel like these movies predicted this? I mean, we've seen this.
That's a good question. I gotta answer
that. It started with that Will Smith movie,
I, Robot.
When they was using not the I, Robot, the one when they was using them. They was using all of the
Enemy of the State. Enemy of the State. Yes.
Correct. It started there.
Wow.
It started there because we were like, how is that possible? Now, if you look at it, look at all the cameras. When Bloomberg was in office, Bloomberg bought that system for New York that they can look in all these cameras. They can look at your bag and place that image of your car in your bag and see where it was, if it was in another state, if they adopted that same technology.
And Bloomberg was.
They can look at your car and they can look at all of the stuff. Bloomberg put that in place. It's like a lot of things that we don't use and don't think about. These cameras here, we looking at it and say, let me see who's at the house. They can go inside your Ring camera anytime they want to.
Facts.
Yeah, what's stopping
them? They can go inside that Ring camera anytime they want to. You got cats that can break a Wi-Fi code to your house and look inside your cameras anytime you want to. We are introduced to the world in a different limelight now, where we can say hello to each other all across this planet.
Yo, it actually started
all across the planet.
It actually started like in 2001, like after 9/11.
Oh yeah.
After that, you ever heard of the program? I'm not gonna get into it.
The No Child Left Behind Act or whatever?
Nah, something else crazy than that. It's called the program.
The Patriot Act.
Nah, it's called the program. You get a chance, look at it.
Oh boy.
It get crazy.
Look, we go. Look,
the crazy,
the brains are like this.
Yo, it gets bad. Like Green is doing something, you on something. It's ugly. Like, and we fell asleep to it, yo. It's ugly.
We fell asleep to it because we didn't think it was. Now,
I feel like we thought they was looking out for us
and everything else.
Yep.
But you look at two different ways. When you put a bunch of criminals in jail, they all become smarter in jail because they listening to what this one did and how he got caught and how they got over. Now, if you got the people on the outside looking at the internet, you got more pedophiles and more people in them. They know how to work their way around this thing. That's why when my daughter was first born and everything else, I stopped posting pictures of my daughter because I didn't want nobody to be able to look and see where, he works for New York City Transit. Yeah, because I'm busy telling you I work for New York City Transit, and I also told you that what high school I went to. So now it's easy to find me. I can Google my own name, and it'll tell you my parents' name and my siblings' names, and it gives you last addresses and everything like it's a phone book, which they should not be giving out that information because somebody can track you at any given time. A pedophile can track your child down or track you down, or anybody can track you down because I already told you where I worked at. And I already told you what school I went to. So I went back online. I started changing that information because I'm not going to make everything privy to that person.
Wow.
And I tell anybody, I got 2 Facebook pages. One of them, I'm going to eventually change it over, and I'm going to take my name off of there because you can know me as another name, but you do not have to know me as my government name because I do not want the technology or anybody else to try to infiltrate. And I'm going to make it a little bit more harder for a criminal. I'm like, go find his name. He got his regular name up there. Don't come looking for my name.
Yo.
Because we're giving out too much information thinking that, my friends can find me on Facebook. My friends can find me on Facebook under another name, under my nickname or something else I invent. Because the more we keep giving up information to people, the more people, because I can look at a person right now and I don't even have to know the person, but I can track you right down on what state you in and what job you work for because you put that information up there.
That's a fact. And you know what's crazy? That's true. I could see somebody on social media every day be like, you may know this person. You may know this person. I'm like, I don't know. And then I see him in the street like, So obviously because we crossing paths, our phones are like communicate. Like you may know this person. Wow.
I think it's even crazier when we shopping online though. It's game time. It ain't about
Yeah.
ending. No, it's not about stopping
You get
information.
Information
Information
is
is
off the phone.
yeah.
Soon as you look at Macy's, that same item that you was looking at Macy's is gonna pop up on your Facebook page.
Come on,
telling you to come by it.
Come
they
on,
not
son.
playing,
That-
son.
How about
That
when
is
we? How
correct.
about
So
yo Green? How about when we hit the accept cookies on our phone when we go to these websites? It's over. The information's out there.
Yeah.
You giving them the light that they don't really need, but they're being courteous.
you're giving them
Come
the green
on,
light
son.
to everything. But again, we think as it's an innocent thing or what's a big deal. Yeah, but to somebody else, you just like they like, yo, this is potluck. This is easy. The internet is that's why some of these countries are like, nah, we don't want the internet over here, and you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that over here with it.
It's right.
Because
right.
we looking at the good of it, but then the other countries is looking at it like, nah, we ain't giving y'all that. China, they control everything they do over there in that market.
Yes.
They control
Yo,
their market.
They quickly rocked us to sleep. That's why. Quickly.
Quickly.
That's it.
Yo, Green. That is a future. I think that we wasn't even gonna go that far. But I'm gonna tell
he
you,
ruined my day.
everybody that
Thanks,
was tuned in was like this. Look,
He
you heard
probably
this.
tuned out like he's wilding. Yo, he's wilding. They like, we
Nah,
out
man,
of here.
listen. You gotta think about it. If they putting all this technology in the car was only built for gas and go. Step on the brake, step on the gas, and we go.
Yo,
We went from the TomTom navigation system to putting it in the car. Once you put that navigation system in the car,
I got one better
you
for
gave them
y'all.
access.
I got one better though, Green. How about our smart TVs that can take pictures of us?
That's right.
Yeah.
Son, yo,
We don't want to cook nobody's
Yo,
brains out here because they
it
like
gets
this,
ugly. So I'm telling yo, Green opened it. And y'all started this. Y'all started this
that
one, son.
PlayStation in the house.
Yo,
Anything that can hit to the internet, you got that. If you
Facts.
got that Amazon thing in it, anything that can hook to the internet, you got access inside they got access inside your home.
Wow.
They got access inside your home. If they wanted to listen to what's going on inside your home now, all they got to do is activate that Amazon Cube. On the top of an Amazon Cube, there on top of it, there's a mute button that stops the sound.
Yes.
But if you don't have that mute button on, I can say, Alexa, what time is it? Alexa's listening. That means the Alexa's listening to me. So at any time, if the government needs to listen inside your house, all they got to do is just get a federal warrant and say, yo, I need to know what's going on inside his house.
And not for nothing, it's funny you say that. That happened in a murder case. A guy killed his wife in a house, and they subpoenaed Amazon to get the audio from Alexa to hear what happened in the house.
They probably first thing they ask like, yo, he got Alexa in there?
My brother, yes.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yes.
Yo,
that thing is listening.
Yo, I be having a regular conversation. All I see is the lights light up. I'm like, yo, what are you? Nobody even talking to you.
Not even talking to you.
Exactly.
Yo, thank you, Green.
Yeah, I'm saying Green just ruined my day. Yo, good looking, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, son.
Anytime. Yo, call me later. I'll ruin your life.
He said I'll ruin your life.
You go home and throw out all your electrical shit. Everything.
Yo, I don't even want the sharpener. Take the sharpener with you.
You were like, nah, I'm not used to that.
Yo, Green, we appreciate you for tuning in and calling in early. I appreciate
listen, bro. I gotta remember because I gotta set your time on what time y'all come in so I can tune in on Saturdays, bro.
Saturdays 12 noon. You know where to find us. And you know what? We're gonna add you to the group because I seen you taking pictures of the cameras that's popping up in the hood everywhere. The speed cameras and red light cameras. Yes. Yo, Green, we appreciate you, kid. Early. My guy. I appreciate you tuning in.
Y'all brothers be good, man. And Happy New Year out to y'all. Happy New Year.
Same to you, kid. Take it easy out there.
All right, brother. Peace.
Peace. Oh, my goodness. With that being said, there's no music. There's no music. That was about as real as it gets.
Nah, son.
That was as real as it gets. Shout to the Facebook that said the Street Glide, which you know is a Harley, and Road King have built-in GPS. When it gets close to running out of gas, it'll let you know the nearest gas station. Oh, man, that's crazy. We got a caller. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
It's Miller time.
Yo, Miller. Y'all
shout out to Mr. Parker and shout out to Mr. Green.
Yo, you know look. You know we can look. We I think we messing everybody head up out here. They're like, huh? Nobody want to hear the truth. But what you got, Miller? What's going on?
Shout out to S.I Shawn being disappointed and stuff.
Nah. I already had an idea, but he just made it worse.
Angry man just sucked the life out of him. Pause.
Son, made it worse.
Yo, you know what it is though? I didn't know that about the Easy Pass.
Nah, that took me for a spin.
That really, and he was right. You could buy them just same way they was doing Metro card.
Yeah,
you could buy a Metro card out of the check cashing spot. You remember that, Miller?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. But guess what? Remember, but attaching over to what he was saying. Remember what TA is doing now? Omni, just tap your card.
Damn, son. We think it's so cool.
And, I mean, you guys went back 20. Y'all went back 20 years. Let's go back into the mid 80s, and we talked about this TV show a few episodes ago.
Okay.
Knight Rider.
Oh man, that's my favorite. Don't tell me nothing bad about my favorite.
No, but if you think about it. Think about what
he was doing.
What both of these guys said. Remember, it's a computer. And basically, it just needs an access point, and it can be done from wherever, whenever.
And not for nothing, Kit was smart.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, Kit was smart. It was a smart car. He was one of the first. Talk back to you and everything. Had a whole watch.
And then you remember the one episode where there's a good one, there's a bad one. Remember Car?
Yo.
Remember Car?
I got one, and this is why I'm saying, see, y'all messing us up, man. Y'all, we already like Green. He really hit it home with the Easy Pass thing.
Green was wrong.
And he said that's the only thing that he said he respected out of Giuliani is that Giuliani said, no, we don't need to go that far.
And you know why? And I'm gonna follow through with that. You know why he don't need to go that far? Because if you don't use your Easy Pass, guess what they got? They got your license plate.
Yo.
Boom.
I'm telling you, y'all gotta look. Y'all gotta stop. Here we go. We thinking we gonna tell people the truth.
So the only way you can survive is with an 85 Coupe de Ville and you live in Alaska.
Wow. Facts. Facts.
He ain't lying, son.
Or you got a manual swap.
Yeah, son.
You got an 88 Conquest with a 2J swap. I know you out there.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I know you out there, Draco. I'm paying attention. But with that being said, Miller, what's the one automotive trend, or better yet, what do you feel like the future holds for autos?
Wow. I really couldn't tell you. Because, the funny thing is, I have to go back to when my dad was alive. And you know what my dad did? My dad never drove a car.
Wow.
Exactly. And the man lived for 80 plus years. If anybody had a car, they drove him around. He never drove himself.
Wow.
I don't even think he had a license. He just had an ID.
Wow.
So, and kudos to my brother, because he put it in my head years ago, Chris, go get your license. I don't need one. I live down by the J train, the B-52 buses at the corner. What do I need? I'm good. Now look at me. You're calling me the residential Ford guy.
Yo, but
so I took it. So I took it a step further. So I became a homeowner, and I owned a few autos in my time for the little time that I had my license. So it's like, damn. I mean, I don't think, and you know what? As crazy as it sounds, I don't think I've lived yet until I actually learned how to drive a manual.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, right.
I got a clutch to burn out. This CRX, this ZC engine gotta go. We're gonna make sure we can. Yo,
that's it, son.
No, pause.
Damn.
Pause. That definitely can't get crazy. But I will be showing people, man, because at the end of the day, that whole tranny engine setup that I have, tranny, hilarious.
Yeah, so
That whole setup I have in that car is gonna be gone.
the tranny gotta go.
Sheesh.
Okay.
Sheesh. And we're gonna be showing people how to get around. With that being said, though, I will say, send it for a weekend. I will say, right? This for this being the last show of the year.
Yeah.
Because we're going into 2024. I would say that for those that are tuned in and those that are listening, those that rock with us know. Hold on to your autos.
Hold on.
Because I'm telling you, things are changing really quickly. The prices of, if you look at every car that's coming out with a 2024 model, the prices are up at least $2,000 from the 2023 year. F-150, we were just talking about the prices is up. Mm-hmm. The next Type R, the next Civic Type R 2024 is up already $2,000.
How much? Oh,
up $2,000. Every car is up $2,000. And if you think that's going to change, if you think that when they finally try to get this electric thing going, they're going to cost more.
Wait, let me tell you. I was bored out of my mind one day. And just like Mr. Green was saying, you go on the computer, you type in one thing, guess what? Everything that you're looking for, it just pops up like mad.
Yep.
So I needed to look for I always paid my bill, my car note through my bank. So it was, that was just quick and done to get it out of the way.
Yes.
But I went to the website and I built my own XLT. I kept the same trim. I didn't go higher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they always had that little icon. Build your own. God, I done cracked my head when I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
So I added little things to it. And guess how much they wanted for that?
How much?
Because I was trying to make it a mix between, I wanted it to be a hybrid and I still wanted to keep the V8.
Okay.
Because they still have hybrids that are built for that, because you know how I'm not doing the EV, not at all.
Right.
No way, no how.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how much they came up to?
How much?
$56K.
Really? How much is that over what you got now?
Over 10.
Yo, damn. And this is what I mean. Things are gonna start costing more. That's the future of autos. Is that soon it's only gonna be for the rich.
Yeah, we were saying that, son.
It's only gonna be for the rich. Who could afford an electric vehicle now? Really, literally. Like, I mean, like, no tax programs, anything like that. Who is affording that? And if you think that the inner cities are made and ready for this, they're not. They're making it so that you know what? Y'all are gonna be able to take the bus and the train. We're gonna set that up for you.
Yo, eat your Wheaties.
Eat your and I'm streets of rage outside.
Eat your Wheaties.
And streets of rage.
Do your push-ups.
Because you're gonna have to defend yourself when you get on there, kid. I'm telling you what, I took the train. I take the Long Island Railroad home, but I gotta take the 5 train from Borough Hall to Atlantic Terminal. Soon as I got on the train, I heard round 1 fight. I was like, what was that? Ryu and Ken at the end of the car going at it. Who are you? I'm not ready for it.
Yo, he's a fool, son.
It's a wild fish fight everywhere you go. I don't think I've ever felt at like this point in the subway out of my 22 years of being here. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. I will say this, Miller, because we got to get ready to get up out of here. I will say this, however. Shout to you for tuning in.
100%.
Yes.
Shout to my guy Miller for rocking with us.
100%.
Coming to he came to the speed and greet.
Let's go.
We got a host of other things going on, but most importantly, you and people like you are the reason why we do this show.
100%.
Somebody who was like, you know what? I like cars, but to tune in and now he's getting more into it. This is what we do, because at the end of the day, like I said, you choose your level of engagement, and where you are is exactly where you want to be.
Fact, right?
And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout to my guy Miller. You already know what it is. You got any shout outs you want to give? We gonna get up out of here, because now we got people asking and said, y'all finish at 2 or 3.
Oh, see,
we supposed to be going.
Yo, so we got it. That's it.
Shout to my guy.
I do want to give a shout out to everybody that's paying attention to you guys Y'all gave me a shout out for my birthday. I love how it went down. So y'all got to speak to management about it.
That's a fact.
We got to speak to management in here, man. We got to make sure everybody, what's going on in here?
Thanks for the lessons, man. But y'all get a chance. Have Parker give the title of that book, because I need to definitely look into that so I can have a better understanding of my truck.
I feel like he put it in the comments.
I don't know if he did. I got to check it again. But if he did, I will check it back again. But shout out to you guys for your entertainment and your education. And shout out to my new family that's out there, because you guys are awesome. And y'all show nothing but love. Y'all could have gave me a hard time, but you didn't. So I definitely appreciate that. So with that being said, shout out to the community.
Let's go.
Appreciate that.
My God, Miller.
100% right.
My God, Miller Time NYC. He got his own tag here,
That's
too.
A fact.
Miller Time NYC.
That's
You already know what it is. With that being said, Miller, we appreciate you. We're going to finish this show.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, next year, don't forget, we always here. Whenever it comes down to, we always here.
You know what? Next year, y'all going to go to 3:00.
Listen, we got to talk to the management around here to make sure. Make sure we get that clearance. Yo, Miller, you know what it is, man.
Y'all go to 3, and y'all fix S.I Shawn's mic, and we're gonna get it all straight now.
That's real. That's real. Let's go.
Yo.
All right, guys.
All right, Miller. All right. Happy New Year, too.
Likewise.
All right, kid. Peace.
One.
Shout to Miller Time NYC. One more time. Shout to my guy. With that being said, we're trying to finish out strong. Oh, man. We got another caller. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Yo, I'm going to keep it real quick. This is Mr. Parker right now again, boy.
Let's go, Parker.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. I got 15 to 30 seconds with you guys. All I'm going to say is that Mr. Miller put me in my emotions. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to him. Happy birthday to Mr. Miller. And I'm going to tell S.I Shawn and you, bro, that at the end of each week, you guys always bring something productive to our mindset and education, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
100%.
7 days a week, bro, like 7 days a week. You know that this media always got somebody's end on the camera, this, that, and the third, nonsense. But what I come through is with education, and then you want to open up a book. So just know that y'all did something for us. You feel me? This is good stuff, man.
That's
good
real
stuff.
right there. No, I really do, though.
I appreciate that, Parker.
I'm going to text you the name of the book, because you can download it on an iPhone, and then you go from there. All right? So you guys be safe. Do what you got to do and close out. I'm out of here.
All right, Parker, peace. Appreciate you, kid. Later.
One.
Peace. I appreciate that, man. Shout to Sales and say Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year to everybody that rocked with us, that paid attention. We're going to jump right into we got one segment that we love to do.
Yeah.
And you know we're going to do it. We're going to do it right now. With that being said, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
What you got for them today, kid?
So this one right here, I'm gonna keep it a little shorter than usual. But right here, though, I got a 2007 911 S, right? First off, I want to say this is definitely a classic Porsche now. So
let's go.
That's the craziest part, son. And this is the version they brought back before they had, if you ask me, my opinion, the cool 996 with the GT1 race car headlights that people hated for some odd reason. But anyway, though, this one is crazy, particularly because it came with features like the rear-wheel drive steering.
Which one is this again?
This is the 997.1 2007. Yeah, this one is fire right here. Got the quad tips on it.
Yes.
Right? It came with the 6-speed manual transmission. It was crazy. You know something else they said that was crazy about this car?
What's that?
That this is why I kind of like this one a lot. Other than the 996 turbo. That's another one, right? They said, the engine was loud. You can hear it crazy inside the
the cabin.
Inside the cabin,
yes.
Right? It was real race inspiring. This is the Carrera S I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the 4S, and this one was rear wheel drives.
Woo!
I'm telling you, so like this one right here was fire to me, and also what it had, I thought was pretty cool. It had suspension management and an engine tuning that you could just hit a button in the car and it makes it race ready. Son.
I love it. I love stuff like that.
I'm telling you, son.
That reminds me of the Corvette Z06. Not to jump into another,
yeah.
But when a car is that close to being a race car,
that's what I'm saying, son.
Let me stop, man. Legends of Auto. Let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Shout to my guy S.I Shawn over here, bringing another level to it. With that being said, we have reached the end of the show. We appreciate everybody. I'm gonna tell you, man. I really love the fact that people actually rock with us and rock out with us. You know what I mean? 100%. We don't want to take up all your day, but we do try to bring something in here that if you haven't known, if you didn't know, we would like to put you on. So with that being said, man, it's definitely been a great year. Look forward to us next year. We got a lot of things coming up. We're going to be doing a lot more car reviews. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube page, you're going to make sure that we put the banner down at the bottom. Subscribe at your leisure, or you can let other people know what's going on if they into autos and what I'm saying, whatever that is. But with that being said, just don't forget, tune in with us, rock out with us. We got a lot of things coming up. We got a motorcycle ride this year coming up. Let's go. We got a lot of things coming up. We got a lot of things coming up. Definitely got engine work coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. The building of a Gutterball car will continue because we will be building the Black CRX. We will be building the Type R. And we're going to have some motorcycle content as well. Because we definitely have all of these things now. It took us a while to amass the things that we do need to do what we need to do. But now that we have, you need to watch out. So we're going to be here on Saturdays. You already know what it is, 12 to 2 or 12 to 3. We're going to talk to management.
Yeah, right.
But with that being said, shout to everybody. Thank you. Thank everybody. Have a happy and prosperous New Year. My guy, D Nice, you already know what it is. He's in the building. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paid attention, who rocked with us for the whole 2.5 hours. You know what it is. We are here. Shout to, and I mean, the list is crazy. Shout to Raynon Blackman, Dr. Phil. Hopefully we see y'all up here next week. We're going to make sure we try to make that happen. Shout to Jay, Marlon, Facebook user, my guy Green, Sales, everybody that tuned in, that called in. We appreciate y'all all the way. Shout to Giovanni Goins. She chimed in. Everybody that dropped their comments and actually rocked with us and been rocking with us. Don't forget, let them know. There's 2 guys out here letting people know what it is. When it comes down to the autos, the automotive news, tune in. So with that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Man, I just want to shout out to everybody who really been rocking with us this year and years to come, as long as they don't get too wild out there. And we can carry on with the Rally Radio. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely appreciate that, y'all. Absolutely, man. Stay tuned. We got a lot of good stuff coming up next year for y'all. Let's do it, y'all.
Let's go. So with that being said, until next week.
Let's go.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Factory.
Prosperous 2024. Because we definitely gonna be there.
Yo.
So let's go. So with that being said, until next week, we are out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.